Poisonrana.
Hello and welcome to the Big Fat Quiz, Wrestling Quiz of the Year 2024, right here on the Poisonrana Network. And I'm your host, Martin Bushby. And joining me to put their skills to the test and see how much they can remember from wrestling in 2024 are three teams of two. So let's get our teams in here. And first up, you'll know him from Grappl. And you'll know his teammate from his work on Post and his interviews. It's Richard Benson, a.k.a. Benno, and Andrew Thompson. Hey, guys, how's it going?
Great, mate. Good to be here. Benno and Thompson's wrestling quiz venture is here. We're good to go. It's the takeover. I was going to wear my Bushby and Thompson t-shirt, but it's extra medium and it doesn't fit me anymore. So I was wearing it.
Oh, no.
I'm wearing it in spirit. Wearing my Sting Christmas jumper instead. But good to be on with you, lads.
For sure, man.
Love it.
One night only. Benno and Thompson's wrestling adventure. I'm excited about this, man. We'll have a ball.
We got it.
Absolutely love it. How are we feeling, Benno? How many times have you won this thing?
All of them, if you don't count the times when Brandon was a dirty cheater. So yeah, pretty much a clean record, I would say, in my mind. I think it's officially two, but in my mind, at least three, maybe even four. Who knows? Who's counting? This is the year. This is the one that counts. As long as I beat one of the people who I'm against tonight, I'm happy. To be honest, as long as we're not lost, Andrew. That's what we need.
He just took all the pressure off of me because when he said he won all of them, I was like, now watch I be the guy that ruined that just ruined his whole streak. But he just took so long as we'll come in last place. We good.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
Well, Andrew, you might be a ringer here because, I mean, you do the news all the time. So I suppose it's a big test about your memory and what you can remember from 2024, I guess.
I know, man. But like when you think about it, like it's so much stuff that happened in wrestling on a weekly basis, like from news to title changes, match results. Like I'm pretty sure Martin then dug in the archives stuff from like January. I'm trying to remember shit that happened last week.
Martin, I'll have questions about next week, World's End, and the Build to Wrestle Kingdom. You'll find a way.
So what team name are we going with then, just so we can officially have it for the record?
You know what the team name is. you know what the team name is.
Yeah, Benno and Tom. We'll go Benno and Thompson's wrestling quiz venture. We'll throw a little fun in there.
There you go.
That's us.
Love it. Hopefully it's not a bogus journey for you guys. Anyway, next up, let's get our next team in here. Fans of Poisonrana, should already know these two already. From Warp Dough, Shot in the Dark, it's John Siino and Mr. B.Detroit. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, what up, though? What up, everybody out there? What's going on?
What's going on, Bushby, Benno, Thompson? How's everybody doing today?
Doing good, mate. Glad to have you guys on. I mean, John, you've done this once before. B, this is your first time on the Big Fat Quiz. How is your wrestling knowledge? Have you got a good memory for remembering things from wrestling past?
I would like to say that, but I'm just happy my partner don't have like the Benno streak going, so it's like no pressure on me at all. So I could just keep it going. I'm going to hold up my ends. I'm going to try my best.
What about you, Siino? Feeling confident this time?
Pretty sure. Hopefully you got some Women of Wrestling questions in there, some NWA, some MLW, the real like nitty gritty stuff that only I would know. So that's what I'm hoping for.
We shall see. But last but certainly not least, I mean, you'll know him from his great work on Grappl, and you'll know his partner from Graps and Claps and his many, many years at wrestling shows singing songs. It's Mr. Matty Edwards and Mr. Andy Ogden. Hey lads, how's it going? Nice for you to be here.
How we doing, guys? Glad to be here, Martin, of course.
Long time.
Andy, you missed last year, sadly, but you're back in the team again with Matty. Are we going to have any arguing this time around, or are we going to be
that depends,
Mark.
That depends on Andy.
We had a domestic, a divorce settlement, but we've got that together.
Yeah. I'll try and cover WWE, Andy can cover everything else. The pressure's on him tonight.
Nice, like it. And you're back for a third year in a row, aren't you, Matty? So you feeling lucky, feeling ready then?
Has got me to carry him this year.
I was going to say, we did win it last year. Like, I feel like Kevin Owens walking around with that winged eagle at the minute, the uncrowned champion. But I will say, as long as Benno alluded to it there, as long as I come higher than Benno, I'll be happy, Martin. So that's my aim for the night.
It's the real war.
Pressure's on then. So anyone who's not tuned in before, it's a pretty simple format. We'll go through the year month to month, asking a few questions from each month, and I'll also be asking our guests their thoughts on some of the big stories and matches of the year. So if you guys are all ready, I'll give you a starter for one, because we are in January, and WWE Day 1 happened on January the 1st, featuring a special appearance by The Rock. But where was this event held? So
do I raise my hand or something?
The arena or state?
Put it in the chat, Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Ben, our chat or this chat? Okay.
Oh,
no,
don't give them
sorry guys, the city, Matty.
Okay.
The city.
Sorry.
I just sent it to you, Benno.
So there was it was actually, I think it used to be a special event Day 1, but this year it was more like
it was a TV special,
like an episode of Raw, weren't it? And they tried doing it up because The Rock had a big appearance on it. So if we've all got our answers locked in,
do you want to go with that? Do you want to go with that, Andy? Sorry, for conversion.
It's okay. It's okay, mate.
Yeah, I know.
To be honest, Matty, I thought you were typing in Scouse there.
I know.
Started already. Can you? Me and you didn't argue this much last year, Matty. You two have already got and going here.
Go with that.
We'll go with Andrew and Benno first.
San Diego, California.
And Siino and B.Detroit.
We're also going to go with San Diego.
San Diego.
And Oggy and Matty.
We had Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys. Yes, that's points for two teams, but not for one. Yeah, it was indeed San Diego. We're not too far away. You're in the right state, Matty. So onwards and upwards there. So question number 2 is, who did Obafemi defeat to win the men's NXT breakout tournament at New Year's Evil on January the 2nd?
Oh, Benno, I'll type it in the chat, right? I'll chat.
Yeah. Harry knows to make today, mate. I haven't got a clue.
Obafemi was sort of like one of the big breakout stars of NXT this year, Benno. Is that a brand that you've been checking out much? I know, like, you usually weren't checking out any of WWE, but have you been checking out any of Obafemi and NXT this year?
Don't disappoint me with the Obafemi praise, Benno. Don't disappoint me.
I'm on the Poisonrana network, so obviously I watch NXT every week. Big fan. Mainly just so it gives me an excuse to listen to Braden and Davey. Fantastic. But when they're not there, obviously John Siino will be there, B.Detroit will be there. What was the question again? I've got a clue. It's fucking crap, innit? Let's all just be honest. And the people who like it because it's crap. Like they like the crapness of it, and the crapness has somehow become good. I know the game. Not for me. Obafemi's good.
The funniest clip I did see, I think it was from NXT this year. They had Bully Ray in the crowd with whoever the NXT announcer is, and he was talking about one of the tag teams, and he was like, "Yeah, this great tag team, yeah." And you could clearly see he couldn't remember the name of the tag team. It was fucking hilarious.
Bro,
I just realized this chat shit.
This version of like NXT is really grown on me. Like this, because I remember when it first started that 2.0 era, I was not big on it at all, especially coming off the back end of that black and gold run. But like when they started recruiting, like I think it started to grow on me when I started to see some of the like the non-wrestlers, like the NIL recruits, when they started like performing real well, like the Kalani Jordans and those type of wrestlers. When I started to see like some actual like improvements, and they were like, you could see that they were like making their way up when they were on the cusp of like becoming like solid to good wrestlers. So I was like, okay, this is kind of growing on me a little bit. I kind of like the format of the introducing like the new talents and then mixing it in with some of the main roster talents. I think they got like a good little system going over there in NXT. I ain't gonna lie, I like it.
Certainly better than that 2.0 rubbish. Anyway. So anyway, question 2. So Siino and B.Detroit, who did Obafemi beat in the men's NXT breakout tournament at New Year's Evil?
B, you want to go with my first pick or the second one?
Let's go with the second pick.
Okay. Tavion Heights.
And Benno and Andrew.
You want to take this, Benno? Or you want me to get it? You want me to take
No,
it?
you got it. You got it.
Riley Osborne.
And Matty and Andy.
Andy, don't say that last one.
No,
Don't even go there. That last one.
No, I will do.
No, really? He's not going to be in a breakout tournament.
No,
chance.
you don't know. You don't know.
Oh, go on then. I trust you because I haven't got a clue. I'll tell you who I would have said. Go on.
You love NXT, Matty? What are you talking about? What's your
Didn't like it in January.
Oh, fair enough.
Dragon Lee.
No.
Oh, sorry, guys. The only ones to get it right were Andrew Thompson and Benno, because it was indeed Riley Osborne.
What a
So
shout.
well done, guys.
What an
Good
answer.
shout, that.
Great
And
shout.
he's saying that he couldn't remember anything. Bloody hell, we're on 2 for 2 here, Andrew. Yeah, keep it going, mate. But so next question we've got: which 3 wrestlers made their debuts for TNA at the January 13th Hard to Kill show?
Oh,
So you'll get a point for each wrestler. So it's a big show for TNA then on January the 13th, and they had 3 big debuts for it.
Hard to kill.
Is TNA? I mean,
Sure,
Oggy, you watch a
guess
lot of
that.
wrestling, don't you? Is TNA something you've been checking out much this year?
Not at all. Anything with
No.
Tommy Dreamer on, still,
Yeah.
no chance. not a chance on watching that. Yeah, but to be honest, you got to see most of them on NXT for a time, like when Joe Hendry turned up, Jordan Gray. So no point paying 99 pence to watch it on box. Not for me.
Joe Hendry's like the main one, isn't he? Yeah, to check out from
Yeah.
TNA, I'd say. Yeah.
Just to clarify, sorry, Martin, was it are we saying pure debut or do returns? Was that the question? What's
Pure debut, yeah.
Okay.
Oh
The
shit!
3.
Jesus, I'm trying to think about who the fuck showed up at Hard to Kill. Oh my goodness.
God, we even stumped Andrew on this one. Can't believe it.
Yeah.
But that was so long ago. I mean, and then like with TNA, like it's like they like fluctuate in and out of the news cycle. It's like they do big stuff and then sometimes they just fade away for like 3 months and then they do some big shit. You know, like they delaying the fuck out of the Joe Hendry title run. I don't know what the hell they doing.
He'll be off as soon as his contract's up anyway, won't he? He'll be
He's-
WWE bound.
He's
He'll
fucking
probably
gone.
He'll probably be in the Rumble, honestly.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Biggest pop of the Rumble, that'll get as well, won't it?
Hey, Siino, are you going to Final Battle?
I think so. Out of the 3
Okay.
shows, I think that's the only one that could probably make it. They're even doing like a Nigel documentary or screening before the pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken. So I might actually try to watch that first before the Final Battle show.
Okay.
Right, so I think we've all had enough time. So, B.Detroit and Siino, you get a point for each correct answer. So, which 3 debuted at Hard to Kill TNA in January?
All right, so B, I think I'm gonna take this because I actually did the review with John Pollock that year.
Oh, wow.
It was like the relaunch of TNA using the TNA names, and it's funny we brought up one of these people just now because TNA happens to sign their contract, their talent to 1-year contracts. So I know of the contracts that are ending because they're expiring in January. So they would be Nick Nemeth, who's the current champion, AJ Francis, and Ash by Elegance. I want to say. I feel like one of those is definitely right.
And Benno and Andrew.
I'll let Andrew pick any of those names, mate. Go for it. We'll be honest.
Okay. So Leon Slater, and we're gonna go Santino Marella, and I'm not copying Siino's answer, but like he literally just like made me remember that Nick Nenna showed up at Hard to Kill at the end when he attacked Moose, I think. So yeah, we're gonna go with Nenna.
And Oggy and Matty.
Yeah.
The 3 we've got are based the same 3 John said. We've got Nick Nemeth, AJ Francis, and Ash by Elegance.
Well, you were right to pick those names because, yes, they are the correct names. You had Nick Nemeth, AJ Francis, and Ash by Elegance,
Okay.
otherwise known as Dana Brooke. So, well done, guys. You all picked up points there.
We needed that, Andy.
We did.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, Benno. 2 out of 3.
We're doing good.
So, on to the final question for January. And who accidentally tried to enter the Women's Royal Rumble match?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit of an easier one, that one. Isn't it? So,
Me and Benno sent that shit at the same time.
WWE wasn't good yet in January, but I do know some things from January. Took a while, Matty. Wait, once Cody won the belt, we were off to the races. Give me April and May.
It's always been good, Benno.
Questionable, mate. I don't think even you believe that.
Will he be there on New Year's Day, Benno, when on CBeebies when Cody's reading out the kid's bedtime story or whatever it is?
Cannot wait. He saved those slots for the big stars, world champion stuff. What an honor.
You had mentioned Cody real quick. We was talking about this with Siino on the NWA pod. Like, I think Kevin Owens gonna beat Cody for the title before WrestleMania. I think they're gonna take the strap off Cody before WrestleMania. I think they're probably gonna go like Rock Cody. Mania non-title for the People's Championship.
Yeah, that's what it'll be for.
Could be like one of those convenient ones, like when Eddie beat Lesnar, isn't it? Because Lesnar and Goldberg got the
Sammy and KO for the world as well. Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one.
I hope not. He has the belt forever. You should just stay the champion until people start to boo.
To placeholder,
and then you got 3 years. Placeholder for himself, mate.
Hey, Benno, you think Punk will get the title early 2025?
Not the title, but
the world heavyweight.
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah, I think he's gonna. It's gonna be like the Hangman situation, isn't it? Where he'll be Gunther and he'll get the belt. I think so.
Right, so Matty and Oggy, who accidentally tried to enter the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Old Ronda Truth killings, Truth.
And Benno and Andrew.
Benno.
Kick quick. R-Truth. I need the points now. R-Truth.
Yeah. B.Detroit and Siino.
Yeah, it's R-Truth.
Yep, it was indeed R-Truth, and he was eliminated by none other than Nia Jax herself. So great points all round for everybody as we move into February. And I feel like this is more into John Cena's wheelhouse because we've got
no.
who defeated Alex Kane to win the MLW World Heavyweight Championship at Super Fight on February the 3rd. So, John, we all check you out on. We all listen to your show, like all the stuff that nobody's watching. That you're keeping us up to date with. Is MLW actually good? Is that something actually worth checking out this year?
I wouldn't say it's good. It's definitely different. Yeah, they had their hits and misses, but this year, 2024, has been a lot more misses. Like they have their shows for free now on YouTube, and ever since they've been doing that, their quality has dropped. Not that it was that high to begin with, but the last couple of shows this year have really been kind of a flop for me. They had one recently here in Queens, and I didn't even bother going to it because they haven't really done anything ever since they lost like Jacob Fatu and Hammerstone. They've pretty much kind of been dwindling down for me.
Yeah. What about you, B? Are you mainly just WWE and AEW, or do you check any of these sort of like other federations out, like Siino?
Yeah, I try to check some other stuff out. I just recently went to my first TNA show, and
wow.
Yeah, was that recently? They did the Detroit show for TNA. Yeah, and I was still wondering why they didn't push Joe Henry at that show because he was over like Rover. But yeah, I try to check out as much as I can. I haven't watched MLW since I was working at like a desk job, so yeah, I have no idea about this.
Are any of us sure that it exists? I feel like it's just like a press release that Core Power sends out once a month, and nobody checks. Nobody actually puts the TV on and makes sure that there's really shows happening.
I listen to Shot in the Dark. I'm sure it exists. So.
Right, so Siino and B.Detroit, who won the title at Super Fight on February the 3rd.
All right, I think I was at this show, if I'm getting my dates correct, and I'm pretty sure I was one of the people that threw in some pieces of bread into the ring of a one Satoshi Kojima that defeated Alex Kane, I think.
And Benno and Andrew?
Benno.
Yeah, we've got Kojima as well.
And Oggy and Matty?
Yep. Yeah, Mr. Milk Roll himself, Kojima.
Yep, for say it's a promotion, we wondered if it still existed. We all know who the champion was. Yeah, that's right. It was Mr. Kojima.
I did put Mads Kruger down first if anyone wants to laugh at that.
No, he still hasn't finished his story just yet.
Yeah,
the next question, in a throwback to last year's quiz, we've got another Indie Hall of Fame. But who was announced for this year's Indie Hall of Fame? Can you name all 7 entrants? Point for each one. And one
Andy.
is a tag team. So it's 6 on a tag team.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
The Indie
Bloody
Hall of Fame.
There's one. I
We
think,
could
aren't
fall
there?
behind here,
Oh,
Andy.
sorry, I didn't send it.
No.
Do you know any, Andy? Sorry.
Is that right? Where's Mike Modest when you need him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, this one, yeah. I think it's a GCW thing that they do over Mania weekend.
Fucking hell.
Oh my God.
Lots of names to pick from here. Lots of indie guys from years gone by. Right, another 10 seconds, everyone, and then we'll be getting some answers from you all as we look back at who was in the Indie Hall of Fame for 2024. Right, so Matty and Oggy.
You're coming
Can
to the
you
right
name-
people, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The names you got down will go. Was it Trent Acid, Johnny Cashmere, Backseat Boys? Is it? They're the tag team we've got down. I said Alex Shelley, so I'll throw him in there.
I go Tommy Dreamer.
Dreamer? No, I mean, okay. I'll just think of others. Top of my head, I'll just go Sanjay Dutt.
Yeah.
I'll go Homicide.
Yeah.
I'll go Low Key. And we'll go Chris Daniels. We'll throw them out there.
And Benno and Andrew.
Benno got this. He carried this
Do my
one.
best. So Steve Carino, I think we definite. Sabu because he no-showed. That's one. I think Matty's wrong on the Backseat Boys. I think it was Trent Acid on his own, but I could be wrong on that. But I'll stick to what I said in our chat, Andrew. What else did we have? Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley.
That's 4.
Yeah.
How many is it altogether, Matt?
7.
7 rather, yeah.
But I
Any 3
know
indie
it-
wrestlers you like, Andrew? Anything you wanna throw out as guesses?
Cheerleader Melissa.
Yeah, go with that.
Oh, yeah, we didn't name
Yeah,
it. female.
Cheerleader Melissa went in.
There's always one woman, yeah.
They always was it Benno, am I tripping, or was it what's the guy? I cannot remember his name right now. Everybody always speaks so highly of him. He passed away from
Eddie Gilbert went in, didn't he?
Eddie
Is that
Gilbert.
who you mean? Yeah, sorry, I'm backing out on air. Eddie Gilbert.
Eddie Gilbert.
Is that all of them?
It was another dude. I think he was a former ROH world champ. I can't remember his name.
I missed one, Andrew. Briscoes.
Briscoes.
Yeah. Yeah, Briscoes.
And it was another dude. I cannot remember his name right now. Like I feel like I'm gonna have to wait till after to search it up. But yeah,
I
that's
think that's 7. I think that's
yeah.
We'll go with that.
Okay, and then B.Detroit and Siino. Who's your picks for the 7?
We definitely didn't get 7. We knew Sabu for sure because he didn't actually show up to it because he wanted to stay in his hotel room. So we know that one. We put down the Briscoes, Steve Carino, and Mercedes Martinez.
Okay, so that's 4, yep.
Yeah, I can't even think of the other ones. Yeah.
Yep, final answer, locked in.
Yeah, we'll go with those.
Right, so B.Detroit and Siino got 4, Benno and Andrew got 5, and sorry, Oggy and Matty, you only got 1. So
Trent Acid.
yeah, Trent Acid.
Did
It
we
was
not
the
say-
Bris-
Yeah, go on.
It was the Briscoes, Trent Acid, Steve Carino, Kevin Whackpacker Hogan, whoever the fuck he is.
No, that was the dude. He passed away. He was a fan.
The fan, yeah.
Like, he's like a
Oh,
super
right,
fan.
got you. Right. Sabu, Mercedes Martinez,
That's
and
what
Eddie
he's thinking about.
Gilbert.
I'd like to speak to the manager, Martin, because technically Matty said the Backseat Boys.
I did say
Trent
I said the
No, he
two
said
names.
Trent Acid. He said Trent
Yeah.
Acid, and then he said the Backseat Boys as the tag team as well. That's what I
Don't give one
anyway.
answer. I
Hey.
he gave 2 answers there.
Benno,
Johnny
I
Cashmere
I said
inducted him.
his full name.
Benno, Melissa went in last year. That's what I was thinking about.
Sorry, Andy.
Yeah, Melissa did
Oh,
go
yeah,
in last
the year
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, fine.
You're far ahead, Benno, and you're still claiming this right there.
And no answers in the chat, please.
I was gonna say Brandon.
Brandon from New Jersey knew all the answers. Look at that. He knew Kevin Hogan and Eddie Gilbert. Wow.
The case against him is getting stronger, isn't it?
I haven't even got the comments on, to be fair. I was on the private chat.
Right, so next question for February. Michael Oku against Will Ospreay received 6 whole stars from Dave Meltzer for their February the 18th Red Pro match. But can you tell me how many 5-star and above ratings Dave Meltzer had already given out by that point in the year? So from 1st of January to the 18th of February.
Is it closest gets this, Matt? Or...
Yeah, closest or spot on gets it, mate.
So 5 and above?
Yep.
In the first 6 weeks of the year. Okay.
Yep. Which is wild when you consider what was it like. He gave one. It was like Steamboat and Flair for like the whole of the 80s or something stupid like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. We both typed the same number to each other. That was scary. That was scary.
Yeah, definitely a lot. So especially around that Wrestle Kingdom time and those New Deal and New Japan shows and stuff, aren't there?
And just to think, Martin, whatever number you're going to say, they all weren't 5 stars. So
the Solo Sikoa on any of them?
That's minimum 4. That's the ceiling.
I was just going to say, yeah, Wrestle Kingdom, usually you can count on a couple, but I'm wondering if there were any this year. Maybe I'm forgetting.
There's always, I would say, there's always a couple that he has favourite wrestlers, don't he, in Japan.
Right, so Benno and Andrew, how many?
You throw a number out, Andrew.
5 and above had Meltzer give.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go. You want to go with my number or your number, Benno?
Go with yours. You want to split the difference so we hit the middle?
Oh yeah, okay. Let's go 10.
Oof. And B.Detroit and Siino.
You want to go
my
with
number and your number, Siino?
let's go with your number. Let's go with 5.
Yeah.
Well,
and Oggy and Matty.
We hit the same number, and how I done my thing was 2 a week in 6 weeks, so 12 we've got.
Yeah, 12.
12. Right, well, the points go to B.Detroit and Siino because it was, in fact, 6.
Oh, wow.
Well done, guys. Yep.
Well,
and the matches were... Oh, I've got them down here. Okada against Danielson, January the 4th. That got 5.25. I'm sorry if I but any Hispanic people, I apologize. Mascara Dorada 2.0 against Tempario, was it?
Yeah, it's Templario.
Yeah. January the 5th, that got 5. Moxley against Shingo from January the 13th, that got 5. And we could do that one, Eagles Don't Hunt Flies. Yeah, that sounds like a good one to do. Okada against Ospreay, Battle in the Valley, that got 5. Josh Alexander against Will Ospreay, January the 18th, that got 5.5. And then ZSJ against Danielson from February the 11th, that got 5.5. So, yeah, loads of 5-star matches there. So, yeah, well done, B.Detroit and Siino, as we move into March. And in honor of Sting's retirement at AEW Revolution, this round will be a special round all about the Stinger. If you guys are ready for that. So we'll go with our first Sting question here. And so there was a lot of fanfare for Sting as he was gearing up for his retirement. And obviously he was a big superstar back in the day in Greensboro, North Carolina. But what date did they declare that would be Thank You Sting Day in Greensboro, North Carolina? So either bang on or spot on gets the points for this one.
You go for this, and
so it was all over everywhere. Ian, much of this, obviously Benno, you can't quite see it on the camera, but he's wearing his Sting jumper, loud and proud. Is Sting a guy that you're a big fan of, Andy? Ogden.
I probably would say so. I actually met him in person at Rev Pro. I got him to sign a Ric Flair meet and greet ticket because it was supposed to be Flair turning up. So ended up meeting Sting in his place. No face paint or anything, just normal bog standard Steve.
I remember Andy Coulden said that it was weird doing his Q&A because he was asking him all about Wrestle War 92 and he couldn't remember anything about it. And he was like, that's like one of your like iconic matches. And he was like, oh, yeah, good, nice one.
Nice fella, though.
Benno, are you asking for the day, like the date, or the city that it happened in?
Oh, it's the date, not the city. The city is Greensboro, North Carolina. Isn't
Okay,
it?
so the actual day that
date.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll let you call me Benno once, Siino, but not again.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I almost answered.
It's because he had the Sting jumper on, so my eyes went right to him.
I'm joking. It's all good, mate. Right, so Benno and Andrew, what date did they name Sting Day in Greensboro, North Carolina? Thank you, Sting Day.
Go ahead, Andrew. Okay, yeah, I'll go with what you last said.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, I was like thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't know, bruh, because I feel like it would make sense to be like the day of the pay-per-view to announce something like that. But I don't know why my brain keeps saying March 14th, but let's go. Let's go the actual day of the pay-per-view. No. Let's go the day of the pay-per-view. Let's go March 3rd.
And Oggy and Matty.
March the 1st.
And B.Detroit and Siino.
B, just say a number.
March 7th.
Oh, well, no, it's just Andrew was spot on there. It was March the 3rd, Thank You Sting Day. Was that the same day as the pay-per-view then?
Yes, the same day. Wait. I think Revolution. I think it was March 3rd because Benno had mentioned in our chat that the day was March 3rd. So I was like,
I thought the 6th. So I'm happy.
Okay, yeah. Go March 3rd. Let's do that.
Okay, cool.
So, next question up. Who did Sting beat to win his 6th and final WCW Heavyweight Championship at Fall Brawl in 1999?
I'm fucking cooked.
Fall Brawl 99.
Have we reviewed this match?
That's an easy one, that Matt.
Oh. I thought you might know it. It was that Russo era, that one, Matty.
Just before, the month before.
Right.
He still gets the blame, doesn't he?
Gets blamed for everything.
Oh, yeah, 'cause I suppose Fall Brawl would have been around the time Bishop was sent fishing in Wyoming, weren't it? Yeah.
Best story ever, in it, where he just got them all sitting down, and if anyone wants to leave now, the Raven just got up and left. I love that story. I love that.
I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. So, Oggy and Matty, then, who did Sting beat for his final WCW Heavyweight Championship at Fall Brawl in '99?
It was
Brother Terry.
Hulk Hogan. I feel like everyone's going to say that now because I was so confident, though, Mark. You know what I mean?
I just put it.
Should have come to us last year, Mark.
You can check out our chat log.
And Benno and Andrew.
Yeah, Cunt Hogan.
Yep. And Siino and B.Detroit.
Yeah, we had the same answer.
Yeah, 99 WCW. You can just pick one or two people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was either old Terry or Kevin Nash, weren't it? It was not going to be anybody else. The Sting was, or maybe Randy Savage. Yeah, could have been about
Sorry,
four people.
Just laughing at the chat, Martin. I think they're trying to get a message for you like carrier bridging. Apparently, you need to check your email.
Oh right, okay. I'll get to that in a minute. Right. So, what was Sting's first match in TNA in 2003?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And I'll give you a clue here, guys. It was a tag team match, but I'll need the full match.
What I've just
Because it was a weird one with Sting. It was in and out of TNA. He sort of like was in it for a couple of months, and then he sort of like he signed like a big deal for him and stuff like that. So. You were a TNA fan, B. I know you said you went to the show this year, but you were watching them back in 2003 when Sting was around.
Yeah, actually, I was. I think I first started watching TNA was when they was on like Fox Sportnet, and they had like the 15-minute show, and that's when I first started getting into like AJ Styles and everybody there. So yeah, I couldn't. My first time seeing like a destroyer like blew my mind. So like that's like you taught me like kicked me off seeing like TNA. So yeah, I stuck with it after that.
Yeah, I was like a big fan around that time period. Yeah, even though you had all the bullshit in the Fire Russo and that, you know, you had some cracking matches with AJ Styles and Chris Daniels and the guys for sure.
Oh, this is tough. This because I know of a match. I know of a tag match, but I don't know if it was his first or second one. I know this match happened. Oh my god!
I know which one you're thinking of, Matty.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of the same one, but I can't remember who partnered who. If it's that one.
Yeah, I know this one nailed, but I think that's the year later. Oh. Do you want to go with that, Andy? Then that one there.
Yeah,
that's first.
Yeah, I think one of them in the tag just like pops out to me, where he's very random.
I mean, if that's definitely before that, then we'll go with that. Okay.
Right then, so Benno and Andrew, what was Sting's first tag team match?
I'll throw it out. It's just the combination of partners that doesn't make sense to me. I think it's Sting, and he teamed against or with Jeff Jarrett, so I'm going to go team with against AJ Styles and Sean Waltman.
And B.Detroit and Siino.
All right, we got like a couple of the names. It's just the last one I'm trying to figure out. Sting and Christian versus Jeff Jarrett and B. Which one do you want to pick out of those two?
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. Okay, so Sting and Christian versus Jeff Jarrett and Samoa Joe.
And Ogden and Matty.
Yeah. We've got Sting
and Jeff versus X-Pac and AJ Styles.
God.
Yep. Sorry, B and Siino. No points for you there. Yeah, it was Sting and Jeff Jarrett against AJ
Let's go,
Styles.
Benno.
And
Was there a team?
Pack.
Yeah. Was there a match with D'Lo as well?
No, the year later it was
Luger, weren't it?
Luger
Was that
and
the
Jeff.
one you were thinking about?
Luger and Jeff against AJ and Sting the year later. But I knew that happened. But well, in Andy, you triggered that, so well done.
Because Luger was like big league in AJ, weren't he? It was this skinny.
Because he
little
made this
midget
debut,
sort of
just
thing,
grill pressed him over the top and literally just dropped him on the floor.
Yeah.
He wasn't asked at all.
So last question for this special Sting round, and who played the fake Sting in WCW?
Easy.
Went on to have sort of like a more bigger career in New Japan, didn't he? NWO Sting.
Did he?
Yeah.
He did.
Just as
Wrestled
NWO Sting, yeah.
Doesn't get bigger than that.
Was he in the G1, Benno?
Oh, probably. I assume it was that
The wrong person to ask you here, man, to be fair.
yeah, JP's that here.
Yeah.
Bro, whenever I go to like one of the conventions to do interviews, bro, I always see Jeff at the things that he be like. Sometimes he'll like sport the Sting stuff. This shit is hilarious, bro. Like he been milking that shit for about 20 years.
please get a selfie next time and send it in if you don't mind. That's great.
Andrew, just say the answer. By the way, he meant Jeff Jarrett, just so.
Yeah, he meant Jeff Hardy.
I think we've all got it.
Thanks, Andrew. I wasn't 100% sure, but I think you confirmed it for us.
Mario, my fault, bro. I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right, mate. You've only got yourself to blame. So go on then, Andrew Thompson. Jeff who?
Jeff Farmer.
And B.Detroit and Siino.
We're going with Matty B's favorite wrestler, Jeff Farmer.
Yeah, Matty B's favorite. And Oggy and Matty.
Yep, Jeff Farmer.
But,
right,
hey,
so
Mark, before every question, I'm gonna just go on mute. That's what I'm gonna do now. Because just go fucking mute, bro.
So does anyone want a bonus one? So who played fake Sting at Halloween Havoc 2000? It wasn't Jeff Farmer. And I'll give you a clue. It wasn't a Jeff.
There was 5 of them though, Matt.
There were 5
of them, which show was this at?
Halloween Havoc 2000. This is the year of Wolfpack and Surfer and...
Oh, right. Perhaps that one's not a bonus then. I just saw one famous name that propped up as
Okay,
a
well,
Sting.
we've got that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. I should have checked the show out first. I was just checking about fake Stings.
Come to us last, please, Matt.
Go on then, B.Detroit and Siino, who played the fake Sting at Halloween Havoc 2000, who went on to become a famous wrestler. Well, semi-famous.
Oh, so he wasn't a wrestler. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
right. We have to rethink.
Gotta rethink that.
I was gonna say Jeff.
No, he was a
I
wrestler.
know.
Okay.
I know.
He went on to become a famous wrestler, but he wasn't a famous wrestler in Halloween Havoc 2000, if that makes sense.
Oh. Okay. B, you have any answers? Because I was just gonna go with the one that I said, but that doesn't make any sense now.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me now either. So I have no idea now.
David Arquette.
And Benno and Andrew.
Go with my second one, Andrew, if that's all right.
Yeah, go to second one.
Wildcat Chris Harris.
And Oggy and Matty.
Not who's Chris Harris in Sting makeup.
Yep, it was Chris Harrison Sting makeup.
No
Well
fucking
done, guys.
shout, Benno. Jesus Christ.
It's good because my original answer was Barry Windham, and then I realised the question wasn't about 1991.
I was straight in, Matty, weren't I?
Yeah,
On the
you was.
command,
Give you that one, and well done, lad.
Chris Harris.
I was gonna say Kevin Nash because for some reason I have this visual of Kevin Nash dressing up as Sting one time.
Yeah, that was that World War III 98, I think maybe. Yeah,
it's just 2 feet too tall.
Yeah.
The announcers still had to sell it though, didn't they? Like, oh my god, that's Sting, except he's grown like 2 feet.
Super Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been brilliant, yeah. Could have come out with like a shredder mask on and everything. Anyway, moving on to April now, and this is a quote one from an interview. Who said,
Go on, Andrew.
if you're some goof saying you had a 5-star match and the building is a quarter full, we're not in the same business, in a controversial
come on,
interview at the start of April?
I reckon Andrew did the interview, so we're yeah.
Yeah, that was a gimme for you two guys, weren't it? Go on then. Who was that quote from?
CM Punk.
And Oggy and Matty.
Yeah, Big Phil.
Big Phil. And B.Detroit and Siino.
Yeah, Mr. AJ Lee himself. Yeah.
Mr. AJ Lee.
Yeah. Those interviews must be catnip for you, Andrew, when it's like a slow news day, because you can just like pull a load of quotes from it and get about 10 news stories from it. Because that one, there were loads of quotes to pull from that Halloween interview.
Bro, I remember that exact day when that interview dropped, because I wasn't working that day, and then I remember John had texted me and was like, Can you help me a little bit with this? And I was like, the Punk interview, bro, it was like at least 15 different quotes. And then I had also shout out to Jack Monan, who works at Post Wrestling. He helped me out a lot too with the quotables and stuff like that. I'll always leave it to Phil, man. He always got some shit to say that's like quotable that you can get some stuff out of.
Yeah, it seemed like that was around time Phil was on his diss track era, so it was all bars coming out. And I was just listening to Pollock just recapping like, oh.
I said, that was the Detroit. That was the first interview, like the first big interview he had done since he came back, right? Yeah, that shit was crazy, and it's still so crazy to me. Like we had talked about this last Sunday, how like Punk has somehow managed to be like this cloud over AEW. Like they can't escape. Like even with the Ryan Nemeth HR email thing, like that was like that. They can't escape this dude, bro.
Yeah, I'll never go away. Like a bad penny always turns up, doesn't it? Anyway, next question. WrestleMania had a ton of sponsorship, as we all remember. I'll never forget that Wheatley vodka jingle that played about 25
Wheatley,
times.
So good they drink it neatly.
That's the one, Andy. But enough about Wheatley vodka. Who was the sponsor for the Brother v Brother match of Jimmy and Jey Uso?
I know.
You guys were there live in the building, weren't you, Siino and B?
We were sitting right next to each other, I think, discussing this particular sponsor.
This is night one. I had a kind of like
you weren't there?
lower seat for night one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that sponsor was like right in my face. The whole
Okay.
Right, Matty and Oggy, who was the sponsor for the Brother v Brother match?
I think it was one that stuck out from that weekend was Dude Wipes.
And Benno and Andrew?
Yep, dude wipes what we've got.
And Siino and B.Detroit.
It was
Yeah,
indeed, yeah, dude wipes.
It was dude wipes. The men chill. Dude wipes. Yeah.
Keeping us going and dwelling.
Yep, that was all points all around there. Fucking dude wipes. Not made their way over to the UK yet. Not seen her in boots or anything.
Get the 59p ones in home bargains. The good market, I'd recommend them. Just saying.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But they don't say dude on them, Benno, so I don't feel manly enough buying them. You know what I mean? That's what I need. I want that says dude on it. Yeah. So next question. Sticking with WrestleMania 4, Ian, which wrestler lost their ring gear just before the big event, WrestleMania 40? It was a sort of semi-big news story around the time.
Was this night 1 or night 2? If you can give that. Well, that's too like close. That's closing it in too much.
Yeah, it was just kind of like around that weekend that they lost it.
Okay.
It wasn't like the Undertaker in London where he came out in his street clothes or anything. It was.
Or when he borrowed the Godfather's snakeskin pants at Survivor Series that time. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Bloody hell.
Oh god. So Mania next year then, Matty, what matches are you hoping for as main event? Are you hoping for Siino against Rock or Rock v Roman or Cody v Rock?
It's Roman and Rock would be my dream main event because I'm going to be there, but it's going to be Cody and The Rock because I think that's what they're going to go for. Maybe Punk v Roman as well on night 1, but who knows at this point, Matt. Usually they've got stuff nailed down, but Punk and Seth, I thought that was locked in, but that's on Netflix.
I know, right?
So, yeah.
But the Mania card is so like guessing it is like so interesting, Matty. Like I can't like really piece together like anything that's solid outside of like Liv and Rhea. Like that's probably like the only thing that I think is probably.
But that's
like,
Netflix. That's
Netflix. They made that official for Netflix. I mean,
the kickoff before, and that
I
you know what made me think.
Too.
Yeah.
Do you
know what jumped out for me for Cena though, and I didn't think of this, and because he was on that kickoff show before, Logan Paul. Like that just jumps out for me as a Cena match straight away.
Makes sense.
Actually,
as well. So it's.
I kept saying people like throw out the idea of Gun. I was one of those people too that was throwing out Gunther. But like when you say Logan Paul, that kind of And you wanna know what? I can see Gunther versus Goldberg for Goldberg's retirement match at Mania instead of Cena. Yeah, that's a good shout, man. I wasn't even thinking about Logan Paul, but that makes sense.
But Logan Paul said he wants Gunther. He was coming for the world title. He was saying.
I think they're keeping it open. Wait to see what Dwayne does. They genuinely don't know themselves. They've got like choose your own adventure, depending on whether Dwayne's in. You know.
I think Rock will be there. I think so.
Hey, Matty, over or under? Do you think they'll actually put the title on Logan Paul at some point, like the world title?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think 100% with him doing that as well, saying it as well. There, I think. Yeah. Yeah, he had the run with the US, didn't he? And that, you know, he's not there all the time. He'd have to. Well, would he have to be there all the time as champion? Maybe not. So
he
should take the Money in the Bank first, though.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Then he could, cheat against Gunther. It'd be better that way, wouldn't it?
You can see his podcast with the Money in the Bank briefcase sitting on the table.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if Rock wants to do once in a lifetime for the third time. To be honest with you, we've seen him retiring.
Oh my god! But like,
the second one was bad. The first one was good. The second one was terrible.
See, the thing about this Cena retirement run that I'm not gonna lie, I am excited to see it, just to see like some of the what they'll do. But like the thing I keep coming to mind is like Cena has to actually wrestle. Like, you know
exactly.
You got to produce some good stuff. Like I'm excited about the potential of I think they'll at some point do him and Punk tag run. There'll be like a short month thing. I think I'm excited to see that. I think he'll be world champion at some point, probably like summer 2025. That'll be like the time you put the strap on him. But like I'm more so curious to see like what can he actually do in ring at this stage, especially considering like the last couple of matches we saw from him. Like, is there like these gonna be like some like fucking stinkers that we gotta like, oh, good try, Cena. You know, it was good job, buddy. Like,
he could retire as champ though. I could see that. Them gracefully give him it to retire as champ and then do a tournament. Also, there's loads of things you can do with it.
Maybe he'll accept Josh Barnett's open Bloodsport challenge at the Hammerstein.
Bring that lightning fist out.
There we go.
Hey, Cena, over or under on Cena working at Indy this year? See that GCW at some point.
I can honestly see it. If it's his last year of wrestling, it has to be like an indie that WWE truly trusts. But yeah, maybe GCW. I can see that. John Cena versus Effie. Yeah.
I'm sure. Oh no, I'm sure Wei Ting had that in when we did the sort of like world transfer window one of the years. I'm sure Wei Ting had some kind of match like that, John Cena versus Effie or some daft up like that. So yeah, that'd be hilarious if that did happen. Anyway, back to the quiz itself. So, which wrestler lost their ring gear before WrestleMania 40? And Siino and B.Detroit, we'll go with you first.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Drew McIntyre.
And Benno and Andrew.
Benno, you got any other guesses before I say this, or anybody else?
No, you go. Originally, I said Seth, didn't I? And you said Seth Rollins isn't losing his gear.
Seth ain't losing no damn.
No chance. Fucking gear.
Good yours.
Let's go Rhea Ripley.
And Oggy and Matty.
Yeah, the Drew, innit?
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre.
I originally had Cody, but Andy changed to Drew. Yeah, so Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that's right.
It was, yeah. Drew McIntyre even tweeted Punk, said, "Hey, got any spare
Andy, well
trunks
done.
since you're not going to need them?" And apparently, production designer Mandy Baker had to work overtime, till 6 o'clock in the morning, to get him some fresh threads for the event. Apparently, they said UPS had lost his.
They're quite tight his short as well, out through his hand. So
Punks wouldn't have fit. Did you see Matt Martin that WWE have stole the transfer window now? Apparently, that's a thing they're doing.
I did see that. Yeah, so it came up on my podcast feed. It was post talking about transfer windows, and I was like, "Has Benno done a show that I'd not Benno and James who come back together for a show or something?" Yeah, we wait.
Kane in Spain.
That whole what's the name? They about to load up that Monday Night Raw, Raw to SmackDown, about to get the shit into the stick.
Yeah, Logan Paul just transferred over from SmackDown to Raw at the kickoff earlier today.
Yeah, brother.
I heard Wayne Keller say it today though, it's funny, we're all like, Raw's going to be on Netflix, so it's going to be gigantic. We forget there's loads of people who don't have Netflix who have TV. They're just not going to be able to see Raw, are they? They're just not going to watch it. There's actually people you're cutting out. Those last remaining holdouts who've still got cable,
I've been sent a question in last minute by someone who can't make it with us this evening. So if this is something illegal on this, then I apologise beforehand because I've not transferred it. So here we go.
This is Brandon from New Jersey. In case you're reading this, you're probably wondering, gee, why isn't he on the big Greek Town question of the year show of shows? And your question is as good. Your answer is as good as mine. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm still the champion. I'm still the champion of the world. The champion. With my boy Davey Portman, a.k.a. Davey P. But, the powers that be, they blocked us away from the tournament because I was an honorable man and I was communicating via WhatsApp.
Is there a question?
Just discussing strategy. There was no malfeasance, no tomfoolery. We were straight down the middle. People were just heated because I was an expert in Mike Modest trivia. But, shout out to all the contestants that are vying for our titles. Good luck, proud of you, especially Matty Edwards, man. What a man. M-A-N, hero to most. And
oh my God.
Benno, a legend. And Oggy, I love his Instagram videos with the food. This man knows a good place to eat at, I should say. And then Siino and B.Detroit, you know how it is. Respect to all competitors vying for our title. My question is,
damn, fuck
you lost
me, right?
Shooter Tony Jones and beyond the mat. Yeah, I'm an AW Dark asking a question. I've been relegated. But who was his tag partner? I'll hang up and listen. Thank you, and have a good weekend, guys. Merry Christmas.
Except
for question.
Who's tag partner?
Who's? What's the question?
Yeah, so it was Tony the Shooter, who was obviously featured heavily in Beyond the Mat, but who was his tag team partner in Beyond the Mat? Sadly, we did lose Tony this year in April, but he was most famous for being in Beyond the Mat with a certain tag team partner. So who was the tag team partner? And think about who asked that question.
Oh, I've got it.
Wow, what a promo. Yeah, he certainly sounded very bitter there, Andrew, didn't he? Like another sort of American that didn't like losing 4 years ago. It was a public vote on Twitter. It was all fair and above board.
I say he left me out on purpose. I was like, damn, Brandon, that's what I do to you, bro.
I'm sure there was no malice there. Old Brandon Walker. Right, so Oggy and Matty, who was the tag team partner in Beyond the Mat?
Michael Modest.
And Benno and Andrew.
Straight out of our boys' Google history, Michael Modest. Thanks, Brandon.
B.Detroit and Siino.
Yep. Yeah. Brandon's on brand. Mike Modest.
Yep. There you go.
Still couldn't
easy
pick him
one
out of
for
a lineup,
everyone.
though, could he?
Yeah. And a question I do feel for Siino and B.Detroit here. On May the 4th, Kendrick Lamar released his mega hit, Not Like Us. But which wrestling finishing move did he reference in the song?
Come on.
The sweet chin music.
I think B gave the answer there for I think Matty and Andy who were maybe struggling with that one.
Yeah, that was such a softball, man. That was making up for those WCW questions for me.
Do you think he's going to play that song at the Super Bowl then, B and Siino?
No, I don't think so.
No.
He's
Not
got
the
so
Super
many
Bowl.
bangers on his album. He can just play everything from the album.
He definitely gonna play that when they when him and SZA do their tour next summer. They going to Toronto.
2 nights.
And
2
they-
nights in
and
Toronto. Yeah.
And there you go. Shout out to Brandon. There you go. That's my dog right there. But yeah, but hey, B.Detroit, have y'all seen like people talking about, oh man, Kendrick better not come to Toronto and all that stuff? Like they was talking all this crazy stuff. I'm like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to that, man. He's going to be just.
They added the second show because the first show sold so well. Come on.
That's the thing with a lot. Like they kept saying, like, oh man, he better watch himself in Toronto. I'm like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to Kendrick in no goddamn Toronto. Like he's going to be just fine. They're gonna play Not Like Us. Everybody's gonna sing it. They're gonna have a good time, and everybody's getting home safe. Stop that nonsense.
He's gonna come out in a Blue Jays jersey.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But then the Blue Jays tweet out that he was coming to the.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, man.
They're hyping
Like,
it up. Yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to him, bro.
Now, if Brandon from New Jersey goes to Toronto, that's another matter. But, Kendrick will be fine.
The Raptors will even have Kendrick courtside at one of the games, won't they? It'll be over for Drake then, won't it? When that happens.
Drake will make some calls and make sure that don't happen.
Yeah. So, Oggy and Matty, what was the finishing maneuver that was referenced in the song?
I think it was Sweet Chin Music.
Yeah, there you go. And Benno and Andrew.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Sweet Chin Music.
And we already know B and Siino got that right. Even HBK was trying to pretend he knew who Kendrick Lamar was, weren't he? Yeah.
I mean, Kendrick was taking all types of shot at Canada, right? He even brought up Shawn Michaels in his song. So maybe he'll bring him out at the Toronto show.
Fucking Drake and Kendrick at the Performance Center. Can you imagine? Yeah. Imagine.
With Sexy Red.
With Sexy Red.
Yeah, get him at one-on-one in Montreal. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. But in an appearance on AW Unrestricted, which WWE wrestler did Will Ospreay say reached out to him in the lead up to his free agency?
Oh, I know.
So obviously high demand for Ospreay's signature. We even had Triple H saying, what was it? He didn't want the grind of the WWE schedule or whatever that bollocks was.
Triple H was tight. He was tight about that. When he went on the Pat McAfee show, he was like, "Oh, we don't want the wrestlers that run from the." I'm like, bro, it's okay. Like you wanted Will Ospreay, and he just didn't want to go there. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that killed me about that was, I'm like, it's not like Ospreay's going to be signed to AEW forever. It's like there was like no chance that he wouldn't eventually go to WWE. And now I think he probably like, fuck you now. Like, it's happening now.
Yeah, he's a funny one, Osprey. I'm sure he said in an interview he was still like doing backyard stuff when he was Progress champion or something.
He still is, Matt.
Yeah. I was going to say in city jokes about Progress or AEW then. Yeah, I set that one up, didn't I? Right, so Matty and Oggy, who did Osprey say rang him?
Yeah, I'll go with
We've
him.
got to go with old placeholder himself, Cody Rhodes.
And Benno and Andrew.
Benno.
Actual answer, Alan James Styles, AJ Styles.
And B.Detroit and Siino.
Jones.
Yeah, we had down Ricochet, but I think I might be getting my my interviews mixed up. But we'll go with Ricochet.
Yeah, it was points there for Andrew and Benno. Yeah, it was AJ Styles.
Give me that one.
I suppose it made sense with their history, didn't they? They faced off in like Red Pro and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, he still does the Styles Clash, doesn't he?
Fight with exactly.
Yeah, true.
So, which former Attitude Era wrestler made an appearance during the Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black match at AEW Double or Nothing on May the 26th? So that's a pretty easy one. A couple of easy ones here.
Mark, can you still believe he jumped off the cage and landed leg first?
The fucking idiot. And who did it? Man who did it at Survivor Series as well. They were like,
oh yeah, Jimmy Uso and Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
He's got Christmas off though.
But see,
he's got Mania off. He's gone for a minute, hasn't he?
Yeah. But see, the
doing
thing,
letterbox today. Should have got him on Grappl. Needs something to do.
Like the difference between those was like Copeland, like he jumped and like he like landed like foot first. I'm like, what? Like, wow, go belly first, like Bronson and them. I think it was just because they like landed stomach first, and then like the impact from the table like made them plant their foot. So like it just didn't work out right. So that's the same
I think
thing.
it was
with
how
Jimmy,
late.
so.
How like Punk was with the save as well with Roman. I think that maybe just that split second put him off just a little bit.
Back bump's safer. I know it's dangerous going back because you can't see, but it's safer. You wouldn't like do a swan sense on or something.
It's true.
Even getting in a bin and jumping off the top of the cage is safer than apparently, yeah.
Siino, you think Copeland coming back for the fight for the fallen in Asheville?
I think so. They're kind of teasing it right a little bit, and now that the FTR got kidnapped, you're gonna have to have Mr. Copeland.
Have FTR been kidnapped, really?
Don't tell him that.
Really?
Moxley and them kidnapped him.
They hold him hostage.
The end of Collision, mate.
It sounds good. What's going on?
Fire on, Jason.
You don't need to give Matty any more ammunition.
That's all I need. Yeah.
That's the crap he's sewing up, isn't it?
No, you're not covering the graphics, that one, Ben.
Hey, Matty,
B and Siino, who was the Attitude Era star who appeared in the Edge v Malachi Black match?
Gangrel.
And Benno and Andrew.
Benno.
The Vampire Warrior David Heath.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gangrel, yeah. Go on then. I'll give Matty.
Yeah, so it was Porno Dave himself, Gangrel.
Loves a packet of cheese and onion, doesn't he, Andy?
He does, certainly.
Yeah. When he's over here doing camp shows and that, yeah.
Great finisher, though. Great finisher.
Yeah.
He gave it to Jacob, didn't he? I didn't realise he helped train him.
He rang him up, didn't he?
Right, so final question for May. Sorry, we're going slowly through this. In an interview with Rick Eisen, a star of a mega hit 90s NBC TV show, said the pilots for that show were partially funded by the money made from WWE Saturday Night's Main Event. But what was the show?
Can we have that again, Matt?
Yeah. So it was So in an interview with Rick Eisen, a star of a mega hit 90s NBC TV show said the pilots for their show were partially funded by the money made from WWE Saturday Night's Main Event. But what was the show?
Okay.
So obviously Saturday Night's Main Event was big for NBC back in the late 80s. Even replaced Saturday Night Live, didn't it? So must have made a ton of money, and they used some of that money that Saturday Night's Main Event made to fund some shows in the 90s. I'm assuming it was there weren't as many commercials in the late 80s Saturday Night's Main Event as there were on Saturday. Jesus
All right,
Christ.
commercials, Matt. They're all right then.
Yeah, apparently they are. We defend everything, don't we?
They're a new invention, apparently. No one's ever seen them before.
Yeah, no one's ever timed them out any better either.
I was going to do that as a question for December, but I couldn't actually find out how many commercial breaks there had been in Saturday Night's Main Event. And I was like, I'm not sitting there and counting them myself, so but I couldn't actually find it via Google. Right, if we're ready, go on then. Benno and Andrew, what was the show?
I'll let you go, Andrew. I'm not sure. You're closer than me, I think.
I can't, but I know it was like some type of like late night talk show. So sometimes I can't remember. I really can't remember. I'm gonna go with you want to go with one of your answers, Benno, or you want to take it like a shot?
They're just late night guys, I know. So yeah, I'll trust you with the American.
I'm trying to remember what fucking show, because I remember talking about this. I cannot remember what the name was though. Just to say something. Let's go Letterman or something like that. Let's do that. Let's go that.
Cool.
And B and C now.
Yeah, we were totally lost on this one. The only show that popped in my head for early '90s was Friends. I probably totally wrong, but we're gonna go with Friends.
And Oggy and Matty.
I've changed, and none of these are going to be right, but we just think with the wrestling tie-in, I think she was at WrestleMania 10. Is it that Ronda Shear Up All Night or whatever it was called? Maybe that's a tie-in. Don't know. Probably not.
What was the show though?
Up All Night.
Up All Night, right? I've never heard of that before. So it definitely wasn't that.
Okay.
So, mega hit of NBC. So Siino and B were in the sort of like more in the ballpark. It was Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Yeah. And you know where I got that answer, Andrew, from the year review you did with on the Observer.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Yeah, so he said that, so it funded the first four, and he said they still didn't like it, but they made the show anyway. So, but yeah, interesting little factoid there that, Saturday Night's Main Event was funding Seinfeld, which was a mega hit.
Makes sense, does it?
No. So, moving into June, and we've got Double or Nothing, another epic AW pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. But exactly how long... How long did the show run for? Closest or spot on gets the points for this one.
Jeez.
Is this including pre-show, Martin?
I'm about to say Martin, the post show and the press conference, like you talking about just
what is it? Just
no, just the actual PLE itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Don't give my.
Did anyone? I'm assuming, and no one in this call went to that show.
No.
If you were next door, Martin, I wouldn't go.
Drawing the curtain there, Martin.
That's with the lads. That's right.
So sorry, Mark. Just to clarify, so it is just the show itself.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, we'll go a bit longer than that, and no, serious.
Yeah. It's been 84 years.
Yeah, there's been some epics, haven't there? Yeah. What's the longest one you've been to, Benno? AW?
Can't really think. Really, I went Double or Nothing 2022. Feels like it was probably long, but you'd have a great time at an AW pay-per-view, Martin. The matches come thick and fast. They're all 5-star minimum, so we all have a great time, really.
You haven't got a chance to go get your roofie, have you, Benno?
Yeah, I actually do prefer the WWE shows for that reason. I can go to the bar, go for a piss and not miss a match. It's great.
Sorry, guys, I think I have got it wrong. I think this is including the pre-show.
Oh, that's a different ball game.
Sorry, I'm throwing a spanner in the works there.
Maybe add an hour to our guest, Andrew, maybe then. Yeah. Oh, no, as an hour and a half. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, good.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Right, so Benno and Andrew, if you've got an answer locked in, how long was Double or Nothing?
Go,
Benno just threw something extra in there. Hold on, because I'm kind of thinking about it now, and I think let's
I think
go
tactically, I think we'll be lower than the other guys. I think.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go 6 hours total, including the pre-show, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, let's go 6 hours.
And B and Siino.
I'm just trying to remember if it was either a 0 hour or a 0 hour and a half, like they've been doing lately. But yeah, we're gonna stick with 5.5 hours.
And Oggy and Matty.
Wait, what do you want to do, Andy? Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll go with the final answer. Final
Sticking
answer in the.
So we're going even longer. We're going. Oh, just the same.
No.
That what you've said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 hours flat.
Oh.
Yeah.
B.Detroit and Siino, you've got the points there because it was 5 hours and 15 minutes. So 5.5 hours you were.
Yep. Still too long.
If you had post show, it'd be 35 hours and it'd still be going now.
Yeah.
Answering questions about
Platt says there in the chat still going on, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, now.
Right, so next question for June and moving over to New Japan. And what was the stipulation for the Jon Moxley versus Evil IWGP title match at Dominion on June the 9th? Special stipulation match.
Is it that? Have a look.
What's that? A stipulation match? Winner gets to not see a Evil match again.
Is it
that would be a good stipulation.
No.
1 second, I'm messaging you, Matty. There you go.
Okay. If I've nailed this, how do I know this? Why do I know it?
It's New Japan. It's shit in it. So.
B, is New Japan something you've been checking out much this year?
Oh no, not at all. It's been a while. You know what's crazy though? I'm still getting charged for my New Japan subscription. So maybe I should check it out. Yeah, maybe I should check it out. You know, Rocket Money just let me know that hey, New Japan.
I said,
$9.99 out of your account.
You might as well keep it now, man. Like Wrestle Kingdom coming up, Wrestle.
Yeah, you might as well.
You might as well keep it.
Yeah, cool. I guess I'll watch Wrestle Kingdom. It's Master Wato booked.
I think
the Wato match.
I don't think so. Not yet.
That was probably the last time I watched New Japan.
Hey, real quick, you mentioned him, bro. They got I don't know if y'all saw it, but they have a documentary about him on the on their YouTube channel about Wato because he had blew his ACL out. And they like documented his return, but they like interviewed his mother and his brother and his family, and they like went back to his hometown. They went back and interviewed his middle school teachers and shit, like his old classmates. Like I was like, I watched like the subtitles and stuff like that. I was like, that was actually a little solid little documentary. If not, they don't like push shit out like that. Like they just threw it up on the YouTube channel. Like hope somebody see this shit. I was like, this is actually a good little piece of business right there.
Yeah, you find that sometimes with companies, they put stuff up on the YouTube channel that gets hidden away on there, and you're like, oh, actually, this was a pretty good thing. It's a shame we don't get more of that.
Literally, the reason I knew the Gangrel Jacob Fatu thing was the MLW documentary they did on him. Just popped up on my YouTube yesterday. It's like a year old, but it's really good.
Jeez, I didn't even know about that. Wow.
Yeah, good. It's all split up because it's Court Bauer to get the most hits. It's like 3 minutes part 1, 3 minutes part 2. It's worth sticking with.
All the tricks of the trade, right? B and Siino, what was the stipulation in this Moxley versus Evil IWGP title match?
You want to go with that answer, B?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
All right. We think it was a lumberjack match.
And Benno and Andrew.
Benno.
Yeah, as you can hear on Benno and Hamlet in your house in our upcoming episode, in your house too, the Lumberjacks. It was a lumberjack match. This one was better. Really.
And Oggy and Matty.
Yeah, lumberjack match.
It was technically a lumberjack death match I'll give you it all. And Moxley had some right lumberjacks in his corner. He had a Shotaro now, which you could expect. Then he had a Tiger Mask, Yuji Nagata, Toge Makabe, and Tenzan. I mean, he had the right fucking granddad mob, didn't he?
Could have been worse. Siddharth, Eli, and Jacob Blue. Techno Team 2000, I think, were out there.
Oh my
1995 WWF wasn't a good place.
Those are really the lumberjacks, because certain parts of the ring you get tossed out, you might not get touched.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna make an opportunity.
Indeed. So WWE had one of their most watched Twitter clips this month, in the month of June, doing over 7 million views. But what was the clip?
This is in June?
Yep.
Wasn't
One of their most watched Twitter clips of the year, apparently. And, yep, because they like to brag about this stuff, don't they, WWE? All the views they got on YouTube, and they're trending on Twitter and all this other stuff. So, yeah, it's one they were really proud of.
I'm trying to think about what the fuck happened in June.
Is it on TV, Martin, though? Is it off TV? Or does it
was on? No, yeah, it was on TV, yeah.
Yeah.
It was on TV. Like the match or
what it is, yeah, okay. It's one of them, Andy. It's one of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one.
What the fuck happened in June?
I don't know what the fuck one to go with. Sorry for me language.
Yeah.
So, right. Time's just about up on that one. And we'll go with you guys first, Oggy and Matty.
Yeah, so I've just put to I put to Matty. We'll go with this one, Matt.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think it's Paul Heyman, old Ted Hankey, the darts player himself, going through a table at the hands of the bloodline.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Oh,
Benno and Andrew.
Yeah, you go, Andrew. I'll go with what you think. I don't.
So you said this was on TV, right? Like it wasn't.
Well, it was on WWE programming. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Yep. You cool with this, Benno? You want to roll with this? All right, let's go. Let's go. Punk screwing Drew at Clash at the Castle Skyline.
And B and Siino.
Yeah, I feel like this guy was promoting this fact that he broke all these records. I think it was the debut of Joe Henry on NXT.
It was indeed.
Oh,
yep.
it was. Oh my God.
Let's go.
That.
That's a
good
great shout.
Great answer there, guys. Yep, Joe Henry debuting for NXT in a Battle Royal on the 18th of June. That wasn't even a special event. There was just like a regular NXT as well.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
NXT. I forgot about Jesus Christ.
Yep. So, yeah, that's why he'll probably be debuting at the Rumble, like someone said earlier. Yeah, because of those 7 million views he got on X. Probably like even more now.
Either that or entering Eurovision, one or the other.
Yeah. Oh, God, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? So, moving into July, we're halfway through here, and Hiroshi Tanahashi wasn't a part of this year's G1. But up until this year, how many straight G1s had Tanahashi done in a row?
Jeez.
It's a lot.
It's a good time for me to use my New Japan subscription.
Yeah. Like Chris Elliott saying in the chat here that B's probably one of New Japan's most loyal customers at this point. He'll be getting a fucking loyalty card through the post.
Yeah,
won't he? Like, 5 years of continuous subscription.
Send me a Tanahashi towel. I'll be.
Yeah. Did you even attempt any of the G1 this year, Benno, or were you just like, nah?
No, I don't think I even did the pick'ems this year.
No?
Who won the G1? I can't remember. I literally, and it's so funny. We used to build a podcast around it, didn't we? It was like a big... I feel like Sonada, not included in Wrestle Kingdom this year.
Saber who won it, yeah?
Saber, yeah.
Of course, Zach, yeah. So, yeah, I watched the Zach stuff and the celebration and all of that, so that was cool.
Hey, Martin, is it closest number or it's dead on?
Yeah, closest or whoever gets it spot on. If you get it spot on, you get the point, but whoever gets it closest. It's a lot, though. A lot of G1s up. Back when it used to be good. Right, I think we've had enough time there. So, B and C now, how many in a row did Tanahashi G1s?
Yeah, B, let's go with that number, right in between.
Yep. Go ahead.
11.
And Benno and Andrew?
Do that, Benno.
That one?
Yeah, do that.
I think that's...
You think that's crazy?
Yeah. Can we go a little bit less? Andrew believes in it. We're going with that. We're going with it.
Go less, Benno. Go less. Trust your gut. Trust your gut.
All right.
Trust your gut.
19.
Jesus.
19?
I'll give you Matty before you change your answer.
And that was less? What was the original answer?
Benno, lock it in. Lock it in, Benno.
19. Sod it. We're going with it.
I couldn't believe that. Sorry. Love it. Love that. Oh.
I got t-shirts older than that.
I think we're going to be closer still. I believe in us, Andrew.
Hey, bro, I'm dying laughing at Matty.
Oh, that was brilliant. We've got 13 Martin, so I thought that was stretching it.
Well, I had to do a poker face then because Benno and Andrew are the closest.
Oh, my God.
Let's go,
What was
bro.
22. 22 G1s in a row.
Said 21, and I
I'm sorry, I take it back. I shouldn't have laughed.
Hey, bro, no.
Oh
See,
my God.
so this what happened. I had asked Benno. I was like, when did Tana debut in New Japan? And he said 2001. So I was like, he must have had competed in every fucking G1 sit. Like it only makes sense. I was like, just say 21.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
That is
No,
good job, Andrew.
But Benno linked it for me. I was like, if he debuted, like, come on, Tana probably was in every fucking G1 since then. The motherfucker will never get hurt. He got stabbed one year competing in G1. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
But even I thought it'd be 2000s, but like maybe it'd be a few years before he got into the G1. But that's insane.
Well in, Andrew, mate, honestly.
Good
Well
man.
done. Well done. I asked the wrong question. I asked how many did he win? I was like,
Oh, okay,
how
okay.
many did he win? I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, bro, Matty said 19. Fucking
That's the clip. When this gets clipped, that's the clip. 19.
Oh,
Accrington Stanley, who are they? Yeah.
unbelievable. Oh.
Right, so next up for July, and the finals of the Owen Hart Cup took place. But what was the final women's match for the Owen Hart Cup final that took place in July?
Who won it, Andy? I know who won it. I know who won it, yeah.
Set up a big match later in the summer. Have you been enjoying the Continental Classic so far, Siino? Do you think it's lived up to last year's?
Not necessarily, unfortunately. Like the hype isn't really there. Some of the matches have been good, but I don't feel like the overall hype is there, unfortunately.
No, agreed. Yeah, I think everyone was trying to buy it on Blu-ray from various sources last year, the whole tournament, because it went so well. But I can't see anybody doing that this year. So yeah, finals of the Owen Hart Cup. So the men's match was Bryan Danielson against Adam Page, but what was the finals of the women's match? So coming up on time here, and Oggy and Matty, what was?
Yeah, I was going to say Mariah May versus Willow Nightingale.
And Benno and Andrew, rather.
Benno.
Yeah, we had one each, didn't we? Andrew said Willow, and I said Mariah. So Willow versus Mariah.
And B and C now.
Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May.
Yep. All points all around
Andy,
there.
well done, mate.
Good shit, Benno.
Good man.
And do you want to tally up of the scores? So we've got B and Siino on 23, Benno and Andrew on 24, and you've got some work to do, Oggy and Matty. You've only got 18, I'm afraid. So
I thought we were at least jumped up a bit there, man.
time to well, this is your next time to get some bonus points here. WWE released their top merch sellers for the 6-month period. Can you name the top 5? It hasn't got to be in order. You just got to name the.
And Martin, this is July,
top
right?
5. Yeah. So obviously, WWE sell tons of merch, but it was in the top 5 for July. How many live shows have you been to this year, Andy? Are we approaching double figures?
I think I'm up to about 42, 43 I counted in my calendar, which is probably about three and a half times less than I did at my height, which was about 130. But Yeah, I think 40 is still a decent number, but I'm not.
Oh yeah, considering where Brit Rest is at these days, yeah, 40 is a
One a week, isn't it?
great number, yeah.
Just under.
Yeah, but the Brit Rest scene now, it's just all localized more than worldwide. It's it's still drawing decent numbers, 200-300s, and maybe some of the bigger shows like Rev Pro at York Hall, your 700s, 800s. But yeah, is it going to get any bigger? No.
You'll have your big Rev Pro shows, and maybe sort of like RNGW still doing like 500 at Old Town Hall.
Old City Hall, doing 1,000, and North did about 800 for their big show at the Walker Dome. But...
Yeah, you're gonna get big numbers for big shows, and that's about it, isn't it?
Correct, Armando.
What was the best one you went to then? All in, probably.
It'd probably be All In, but I think when I spoke to you at weekend, it's more matches than the actual shows. I think the best one of all was maybe the last Grand Pro Wrestling show in Inley, which was more of a storyline show, right from the start to the end of the Rumble. And I think shows like that, even though they run 4 a year, you can follow it easily enough. Unlike, some of the bigger promotions. I mean, Rev Pro's done 42 shows this year. Too many. I know they're trying expanding that, but try following 42 shows on demand when it's,
Oh, God, yeah. Especially with that dodgy, some of the dodgy camera work you get on that. But
yeah, they have invested, I will say, on the camera work, but they've gone away from the jacket spud on a lens.
Yeah. Right, so B and Siino, can you name any of these top 5 merch sellers for WWE for the month of July?
Go ahead, B.
We're gonna go Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, and Jey Uso.
Right, so that's just and Benno and Andrew.
Let's go with your list, Benno.
All right, so we're gonna go with Cody, Punk, Jey Uso. Missing one, aren't we? We've got Punk twice. Cody, Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight.
I don't want to say I want to say that, but you brought up a good point about him not being around since. You want to go Siino or Roman?
I'd say Roman.
Okay, let's go Roman.
Dude.
And we've got the same Jey Uso, Cody, Punk, LA Knight. Now, like similar to you guys, Andy, you sure you want to go with Roman? Because he went. You going with it?
Sorry, Matty, you accepting that Roman Reigns wasn't in the top 5 minutes?
I don't want to doubt the big man ever, but he wasn't there.
Talking about some fucking.
He wasn't there. I would have said Rhea, but if you want to go with Roman, do you want to go Roman?
Ooh-ah.
We'll go with the big fella. Go on, we'll go Roman.
So come again, Matt. You said CM Punk and who? Sorry.
We had Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, LA Knight, Roman Reigns.
Right. So B and Siino got 3, Benno and Andrew got 4, and Oggy and Matty got 4. And in order, this is from 1 to 5. It was CM Punk at number 1, Cody Rhodes at number 2, Jey Uso at number 3, Roman Reigns at number 4, and Break the Glass. It was Steve.
Steve.
All reliable Steve, still going strong.
Yeah.
But Matty, you didn't put Steve in the chat.
I didn't. I had Steve in my mind as always.
Yeah.
That's a cheat code. They usually do a Miscellaneous City in 316 shirt everywhere they go.
Yeah, 60th birthday, Steve, today. We all wish him a happy 60th. Can you believe
it? Wow, 60th.
Yeah, 60.
Hey, Matty, you think Steve Austin going to be at Mania 41, like a part of the show?
100%. Yeah, he almost confirmed it on the local podcast he does that like dirt racing in Vegas, doesn't he now? And he basically said that he lives around the corner. Just to hear that glass, mate, you'll see a 40-year-old grown man just drop to his knees and cry. Right? I'll be crying my eyes out. Oh.
Yeah, hopefully Kevin Owens enjoys the show.
Hope he squashes everyone. He's squashing Cody, you go down well.
So moving into August now, and sadly we lost the big man of wrestling, Sid. Sad passing there. A lot of memories of Sid there. So, because to commemorate that, 2 questions about Sid. So, firstly, who was Sid's infamous "I have half the brain you do" promo directed at? So when he was cutting the promo and he said, "I have half the brain that you do," who was he speaking to when he said that?
That needs an old man's expertise. Andrew always says, "This is for you, Benno."
Yeah, Andrew was
Sadly
probably
old enough
about
to have
3 when
witnessed.
Sid cut this promo, wasn't he? Yeah. You'll be looking back at a lot of Sid, I suppose, with your with the new podcast, Benno, won't you?
Yeah, main event in the first 2 in your houses, both against Diesel. Like they haven't been fun rewatches. Luckily, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels and Jeff Jarrett, surprisingly, are on the undercard to keep us entertained. But it's always good to see a bit of Sid, isn't it? Always entertaining.
Just as long as the matches aren't. When he's in the squash and stuff, yeah, it's top, isn't it?
It's just weird in that era because they've got like Ted DiBiase cutting promos for him and like Tatanka talking for him. It's like, just let Sid talk, even if it doesn't make sense. Let him talk. Like that's the entertainment, surely.
Oh yeah, he was part of that weirdo $1 million corporation faction,
Gang of
weren't
Scrubs.
he? Yeah, terrible.
King Kong Bundy and that.
Yeah.
Hey, Siino, you ready for the Shawn Michaels in-ring return rumors to start up again after last night in NXT?
Against Eddie Thorpe, out of all people.
you remember when they did that last year with Grayson Waller?
Yeah.
Anytime Shawn Michaels shows any physicality on TV, they like, oh, here we go. It's about that time. But that man is, I'm telling you, Shawn is embarrassed by that match they had. Remember that Crown Jewel match with Undertaker?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
I'm telling he is embarrassed to the gills about that shit. He's never getting back in the ring. That shit killed him. I'm telling you.
I think we have a better shot at X-Pac wrestling him as kind of like his delegate. He showed up randomly a couple weeks ago, so I feel like they did that on purpose.
Right.
Sami Zayn. Do a rematch from Shikara.
There we go.
Yeah, could work that one. So Matty and Oggy, who was he directing the promo at?
Yeah, so it was directed at Kevin Nash, and also Scott Hall was in the ring at the same time.
And Benno and Andrew.
Yeah, we had Kevin Nash.
And B and Siino.
For some reason, I remember Kevin Nash laughing back at him, so we're gonna go with Kevin Nash.
Yep, all correct there. Yes, it was Kevin Nash, and well pointed out there. Yes, Scott Hall was also in the ring at him, but like you say, it was directed specifically at Kevin Nash. So, second Sid question: and what heavyweight title did Sid win in 1994? So yeah, hopefully that stumped everyone. I did not know. Let Sid cook. Were you a Sid guy, Siino?
It was. I liked him. He definitely had his charm. His theme music. I love his theme music. Just that psycho rip-off theme that always like stood out to me.
Well, I wonder if that was one of the because Frank seems to go to a lot of MSG shows, didn't he? I wonder if he was at the one where they were booing Shawn Michaels out of the building. What was that?
Survivor
Series. Yeah.
I was actually at that show. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was at that show.
Were you booing Shawn Michaels then? Were you one of the?
No, actually, it's funny. I liked Shawn. I liked Bret. I liked Sid. I liked Diesel. Like there wasn't too many that I didn't like, honestly. So I kind of cheered on everybody. I think I was just happy to watch them live, I guess.
Oh yeah. Right, so Benno and Andrew, what title did Sid hold in 1994?
Andrew remembers it well.
I bet he does.
I honestly, I can't remember where Sid would be in 94. That's the tough part. So, and I don't even know if this belt existed then. I've gone to WCW International just because I can't think of what else it could be. But yeah, don't have any other guess.
Sounds great.
Okay. You're always talking about Sid in 1994, Andrew. What are you on about? Oggy and Matty?
Yeah, so it was the USWA Heavyweight Championship.
Oh.
And B and C now.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah. All that reading of the PWIs back in the early 90s, I remember about his feud with Jerry Lawler in the USWA. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So points there for you guys. Yeah, it was the USWA title, won it off Lawler, and I think he won it twice that year as well. So,
Me and Andrew weren't born, Martin, so that was just an unfair question to be honest to us two young whippersnappers.
Meiko Satomura announced she would be retiring in 2025, but who beat her in the semi-final of the second Mae Young Classic? So that's going deep into some Meiko lore there. But that was one of sort of my high-profile WWE matches.
I could name the items on a breakfast from Weatherspoons. We could do that.
Yeah.
Get bonus points. One terrible-looking sausage. Some undercooked bacon.
Actually, genuinely, I was trying to think how I could work out that to be a question, so it wouldn't be unfair on the American contingent.
How many beans?
Yep. How many grams of beans on the plate did she have? What a disgrace. Sasha didn't do any better. Sorry, Mercedes didn't do much better, did she?
No, that was bad too. We treat them terribly when they come over.
I know. It just annoyed me so much. So I'm like Tony Khan with all the money in the world, and I'm assuming they were in and around London at that time, and it's like all these amazing restaurants where they could have got a gigantic English breakfast cooked by an amazing chef, and they took her to Weatherspoons to have a pick your poison.
It's like going to America and them giving you a Denny's, although that'd actually be good, wouldn't it? So that's the difference of what I'm saying.
Right, so I hope everyone's memories were good on that one. So B and Siino, Meiko Satomura, who...
Do you want to go with my answer?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go with Tony Storm.
And Oggy and Matty.
Tony Storm.
Yeah, Tony Storm.
And Benno and Andrew.
Same, Martin, Tony Storm.
Well, remembered everybody, yeah, it was Tony Storm. I don't know if she actually went on to win the tournament, but yeah, she beat Meiko in the semi-final.
No, she didn't win. It was who won that year?
Was it? It wasn't Rio.
Io
Was it?
Shirai.
Oh, Io.
Yeah, it was Io.
I think it was.
Kairi. It was the Kairi.
Oh yeah, because that was the Evolution pay-per-view. It was Io versus Tony in the final. Yeah. Okay.
And the first year was Kairi and Shayna, right?
Kairi and Shayna. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Did Rhea not win one? I had Rhea down as winner.
No, she won the one in Birmingham.
Oh, the UK one.
Yeah, she won the UK championship. Yeah. So much for NXT Europe, huh?
How dare you, Chris Leone in the chat, an amazing English breakfast in commas. So moving into September, Drew McIntyre, that man again, shocked the wrestling world by destroying CM Punk's bracelet on the 2nd of September Raw. But what did it say on the infamous bracelet? Did you enjoy that storyline, Matty, them feuding over the bracelet?
Of course. Of course. It was good. That was good, man. I know it wasn't for everybody, but it just gave it that that WWE gloss on top, didn't it? Of what was a great storyline. Like it was a good feud throughout the whole year. So could be a front runner for our Grappies, I imagine, the weekend coming up. I'll have to get my thinking cap on down and see if I can top that. But that was good. Yeah, it was great.
I agree. I'm right with Matty.
Yeah,
definitely enjoyed that. Matty, I think I was more so impressed at the fact that they were able to keep that feud hot, considering Punk was hurt for most.
When
of
he
it.
wasn't there, after the shows yet. No, really,
But the shit was like the hottest thing on Monday Night Raw. And Punk couldn't even get physical.
Couldn't do nothing, could he? The visual of that garage door lifting and Drew to that Punk, unbelievable. One of the moments of the year. That.
Right, so being Siino, what was on the friendship bracelet?
You want to? Yeah, fuck it.
Just April and Larry, right?
April and Larry, yeah.
And Benno and Andrew.
Don't know if this is specific. I think it said AJ and Larry. I don't know if that's the same answer.
We've got AJ, Larry, and a heart as well.
Yeah, sorry, B and C now. Yeah, it was AJ and Larry, not April. I know.
It should have been.
But so good job there, guys. Who got the
same
points?
bracelet. That's how I know.
They sell those things, so you probably
it's crazy.
He had to take it off, didn't he? Because the girl who had actually made it was kicking off about it and going, "Excuse me, can I get some money for this?"
I think I remember I saw on Twitter. She was. I think she was more so mad at WWE for selling it because she gave that to him for like a personal gift, and then they started like they was like, "Hey, we got a profit off this." And then I think Punk had brought her to, or WWE, somebody had brought her to Hell in a Cell, so she watched the match front row.
Wow, that's
I would have liked just a zero of that cut, though, wouldn't you? Instead of getting thrown to the air.
That would be better, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's how they got around
10%, yeah.
The ones they sold actually said CM Punk on them, didn't they, rather than AJ Larry? I think. That's how they found it.
Right.
Yeah.
Always get around it somehow, don't they, WWE? Anyway, next question for September. And SmackDown introduced their brand new theme song on the 14th of September.
Oh.
Never Player by Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh,
but who is the rapper that also features on the song? Probably be all over this, Matty. I thought this would be your favourite tune of the year, the SmackDown theme song.
My wife loves it. Yeah. I don't.
I'm trying to remember this dude's name.
Oh, dude.
I know it's like one of what's this dude's name, bro?
Yeah, it's not a bad tune. I'd not really heard it before. I'm assuming it was just. Is this an actual like track on its own, and then they bought it for WWE? I'm assuming it's not been done for WWE, has it?
No,
it's an album. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a part of a single for
Andy, who's that, mate? But yeah, if you're confident, then yeah, say it, because I haven't got a clue that is.
Yeah.
All right.
Go on then, Matty and Oggy.
Yeah, so we're going with the answer of RM.
And Benno and Andrew.
Benno.
Yeah, same thing. RM, BTS.
And B and Siino.
Yeah, my coworker is a big fan of BTS, so she informed me about a Mr. RM.
Awesome. I'd never fuck it. Oh, points all round there. Yeah,
I still don't know who it is.
No idea.
They had that big tune, didn't they, BTS? That Dynamite for like last
who
year.
BTS? I don't know who BTS are.
They're like an Asian boy band. Far East Asian boy band. Yeah.
What they call? They call them like idols, right? Like idol bands. That's what they.
Pop idols.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll recognize that Dynamite. You'll recognize that Dynamite song, Matt. It was everywhere. That big hit song they had.
I'm still stuck in 2002, Martin. Genuinely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Maybe Tony Khan will buy the rights for Dynamite once they start streaming on Max.
Yeah. Right. So next question for September, and it was rumored this month and then confirmed later that AEW Rampage will be coming to an end. But who fought over the Impact World Championship on the first ever episode of Rampage?
Oh yeah.
I need the full match, not just one or the other, the full match. Yeah, K-pop. Yeah, as Chris Leone said, K-pop, aren't they? BTS. Right, so B and Siino, who was in that first match.
Yeah, I think you're good with that, B? I'm pretty sure that's the match.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Christian Cage and Kenny Omega.
And Benno and Andrew.
And Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage.
And
Yep.
Andy Ogden and Matty.
Christian v. Ken.
Yep. Right, last question for September. Who told Bret Hart that he was his second favourite wrestler after Goldberg in a promo? Some softball ones here, but yeah, I had to get that in just as a funny thing that happened this year. I'm assuming everyone's going to get this one right. So, Oggy and Matty, who was it?
Yeah, it was old Wally Gunter.
Everyone else get Gunther.
Yep.
Walter White himself, Gunny.
Yep. It was a great promo, that. Really came into his own as a promo this year for old Walter Gunther.
Yeah.
And moving into October, and the Costco guys announced that they will be part of AEW's Full Gear pay-per-view. Now, we all know Big Justice wrestled previously, but under what name did he wrestle?
Andy, you've got to know that.
Oh, fuck
This is
me.
the Costco guy's law here.
Oh, Big Justice. That's the kid.
Isn't that the Rizzler? Is the Rizzler the kid or the dad? I have
No,
the-
Rizzler's the short hair.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
AJ's the dad, isn't he?
AJ's
Oh,
the
sorry,
dad.
AJ. Sorry,
Oh,
AJ.
okay.
My bad.
Okay. Hold on, let me.
Are you sure about that, Andrew? It's definitely not the.
Nah, Big Justice. That's his son, the one that look just like him, and the Rizzler is the like really short one that does the little like all that. And AJ,
Right.
that's the dad. Yeah.
Right, got you.
I know one of them. This is, I think, where you. I'll wait till it answers.
You take this, Andy, because I wouldn't even
It
like.
brings the boom. That's
Yeah,
what I do.
I would not know where to start with that.
No, it was the kid. Sorry, my bad. It was the kid's previous name as a wrestler.
Is that still it, Andy?
So the kid's name is a wrestler.
I think I know where the confusion's coming from here, but
Me
I'll wait
too.
till the
Yeah,
end.
I know all the confusion for this one.
Yeah.
I actually got this answered on an episode of Hey EW. They broke all this down on there.
Yeah. I watched the same episode.
Can we talk about the performance from Big Boom fucking AJ though? What a performance of this guy! I'm saying, like, bro, he was going on the
best
fucking
match.
yeah. he was
It's the loudest the crowd were all night. Brilliant.
He was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and shit. I'm like, goodness gracious, dude was
I-
everywhere.
I took my son to a Full Gear, his first AEW show. He couldn't give a fuck about Ospreay versus Fletcher, but Big Boom AJ, him and Orange Cassidy, only two guys that stood out for him.
Yeah, sorry, just to confirm, it's Andrew AJ Bifumo. That's the
Okay.
one who was the wrestler.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the dad.
His
Yeah.
previous name, right? Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I got
No,
a
you good,
little
Mark.
confused
You
there.
good.
It's
Yeah,
confusing. It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Boom AJ a real worker. He was cutting promos outside in New York City, getting ready for Full Gear. Real worker, man. I'm telling you.
Doing it on a broken foot as well. Chris Elliott's
know.
up there as well.
Crazy.
So what a worker. Right, so have we all got our answers locked in? So Siino and B will go with you guys first.
So I was actually the privileged one to have to make a cage match profile for him, which resulted in a lot of controversy because I woke up one morning and we got flooded with 10s. Everybody was rating this gentleman 10s. But he was the power child Eric Justice, aka Tundra, and his son's name is Eric because of his wrestling name.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the confusion was. Yeah, and Benno and Andrew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's it. They explain it, don't they, on what's your RJ City's thing? So yeah, Eric Justice we've got.
And Ogden
Yeah.
and Matty.
Yeah. Eric after Banana Man. Eric Justice. Yeah.
Yep, points all around there. Yeah, sorry for the confusion. Yeah, I was looking through I was like, yeah, I got that right because when there was a bit of confusion then it, yeah. But anyway, we all got there in the end. Points all around there for everybody. Right, so next question for October. Who interfered in the Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley match at Bad Blood on October the 5th, causing Morgan to lose the match by DQ? I thought someone was going to tell me 5 people interfered in that match then or something. That's
It'd have been better than what they did.
One technically didn't interfere because, you know,
Bad blood.
Go on then, Oggy and Matty, who interfered in the match, causing Morgan to lose the match by DQ, but keeping the belt.
Raquel Rodriguez, terribly as well.
Benno and Andrew,
Yeah,
Raquel.
it wasn't the plan finish, but Raquel, yeah.
and B and C now.
Yep, that was the thing with Dominic in the shark cage, and the referee plain saw her. Yeah, Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh God, big story that though this year, weren't it? The whole, the WWE have had a bunch of big stories, and that was like certainly one of them. The whole Liv Morgan and the love triangle sort of thing. So when you're firing on all cylinders, you're firing on all cylinders, aren't you? Even if you do have bad matches like that one. Which AEW star was in the #1 movie in America at the end of October? I feel like this is in the What Up There wheelhouse, this one.
Yes, we definitely discussed this.
Yep. All right, go on then, B and C now then. Who was the #1 movie in America at the end of October?
Go ahead, B.
Oh,
your favorite wrestler, B.
It's the the learning tree, Chris Jericho.
Oh.
Benno and Andrew.
Yeah, I know that's right now, so I know we're wrong. That was the horror film, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
we had MJF. We know we're wrong.
Benno, I admire your honesty there, though, mate. That's fair play to you.
Yeah, thank you, Benno. Yeah, and Oggy and Matty.
Jericho.
We had, unfortunately, Chris Jericho.
I admire your lying, Matty. Well
Terrifier
done.
3.
No, I actually said that
No,
straight
it's,
away, actually.
Yep, Terrifier 3. Chris Jericho. All right, moving on to November. So the last 2 months here. So you need to start getting some points in here. We've got Siino and B on 35, Benno and Andrew on 36, and Oggy and Matty on 32. So it's still.
Oh, we've clawed it back a little bit.
You have, yeah, all to play for, mate.
Come on.
So moving into November, and
The stress.
Which former WWE diva was announced to be part of the Traitors USA TV show? So there's a big smash hit in the US and the UK, the Traitors, and they seem to be going down a more celebrity route in the US. Had a lot more celebrity contestants, but who was
Is
announced
it,
for the new series coming this year? Next year, even.
I mean, I don't know, but I had air in my head.
The Traitors was massive over here, weren't it? And he had people like selling out pubs and stuff to watch the finale of it. It was fucking
Yeah.
huge, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's returning in I think first week in January over the Christmas period. So
I think they're going to do a celebrity one over here as well. I think Stephen Fry's going to be part of it.
Yeah, that's always the downfall for these reality TV shows. Though, is like once they get the celebrity version, that's like the main one, and the rest of it just like drags down. Seen it many a time with like Big Brother and
Celebrity Big Brother's brilliant, isn't it? As you
Yeah.
say, that's the one I only look forward to. Well, used to.
yeah.
Right, so being Siino. Who was,
Yeah, we're gonna guess Nikki Bella.
and Benno and Andrew,
Yeah, that's what we've got. Nikki Bella.
and Oggy and Matty.
Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella.
Yep, points all around there. Yeah, she was announced to be a part of that. I think that's still ongoing as well. And WWE Crown Jewel happened this month in November, but how many WWE events have been held in Saudi Arabia since they signed their strategic partnership?
God.
Like actual PLEs?
Yep.
Because they
No,
had
just events full stop.
okay, because I know they had like a Raw there.
So
So overall, like live events and everything? Jeez.
Yeah. No, the PLE is what they've signed for the strategic partnerships.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they did events back there in like Bret Hart was doing tours there in '94 or whatever, weren't they? So just the PLEs they've had.
So sorry, in the
obviously,
past or in the deal total going forward?
In the no, just what they've had up until this point, up until November.
How many pay-per-views has he been? Yeah, in Saudi. Closest again, Martin, yeah.
Yeah, closest to spot on. And it's a tricky one because obviously we had the pandemic and stuff in between that, didn't we? So. Not getting as much of the freak show as we were on the first few, are we? What Goldberg like spearing himself into a door and versus the Undertaker and DX reunion and stuff like that. They seem to be more like regular WWE shows now. But
So it's just PLEs, man.
Yeah. Right, so Oggy and Matty, how many?
Wait there, Andy, don't say it. Right there.
No. No, we'll go with that one. I would say Matty.
Go on then. Go on.
12.
And Benno and Andrew?
Is it closest or is it?
It's spot on or closest.
Let's go that first one, Benno. Let's go that first one.
You go.
Okay, yeah, let's do 12.
And B and C now.
We had 12 as
We
well.
also had 12.
Yeah.
Points all around there, everybody. Yeah, it was 12 that they ran. So
Andy,
Bro,
well
hey,
done, mate.
At first I was thinking 15, but then Benno was like, they probably do 2 shows a year, and I was like, that make more sense. 2 shows.
Pandemic, though, we're
Yeah,
in.
pandemic.
I mentioned that. Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. I counted them up and I skipped a year. Yeah.
Well
Makes
done,
sense.
everybody. So, last question for November. So, what was the weird finish to the Adam Cole versus Malachi Black match on the 6th of November Dynamite?
Give me his full name.
Do you want the full match or
Just the sort of like
what
when it
happened?
started getting weird and what the finish was to it. Yeah.
Andy, you can describe that, mate.
I know some boss-eyed bloke in WWE loved it. Old
Yeah.
dog.
Can't think who you mean there, Andy.
I know.
Oh, you mean the match finish or like the after?
The match
Man.
finish, yeah,
Okay,
the
okay,
finish
okay.
of the match, yeah.
I think I've got it, Andrew.
Right, if you've got it then, Benno, we'll go with you two guys first.
To give him his full name, Thomas Bellend said, hit me with your finish and let him. But he said it in a really Game of Thrones-y kind of way. But basically it was that he let him hit his move and died.
Yep. And Siino and B?
Yeah. Malachi pretty much told him to give him the boom, and Adam Cole gave him his finisher.
And Ogden and Matty.
Sorry, I love you, Adam. Hit me.
Yep, points all around there, yeah, to give it his full thing. Malachi Black seemed to turn his back on Cole, sat down, asking for his finisher. They hugged after the match, and Cole put him over on the mic, and everyone was like, what the hell was that thing? So,
How great was Wei Ting's rant about that? I love that YouTube video. Sometimes I watch that to go to sleep. It's brilliant. Wei getting angry.
yeah.
Angry way is the best way. You only get them like twice a year, but
Yeah.
it's great.
It took Tommy Bellend to get it out of him. Love it.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Hey, if you're sending people to sleep with rants, you should get somebody out of ASMR, shouldn't you? There you go.
But it is like a part of me that like genuinely cannot wait until like the House of Black splits, because I'm ready for this. Brody King, Julia Hart, just like it's just them, because they feel like the only 2 people in the group that have like an actual like on screen connection. Like I've heard like saying interviews and stuff, like his wife like helped Julia with her ring gear and her entrance and stuff like that. I'm like, if it was like they're like a group that's being like forced to be put together just because they all wear black, they all wear like face paint and shit. I'm just like waiting for them to. I'm ready for Brody to go on his singles run. I think Malachi gonna be in WWE 2026 or late 2025.
No, he'll be missing Vince too much to go back to WWE, won't he? Oh my god, all that stuff he said about like how he was talking to him all the time and how he loved all these ideas and all that fucking bollocks. But anyway, I digress on that one. Moving into December, and obviously since we are still in December, you know, obviously a lot of the news items are going to be too fresh in people's memories. So I thought, you know, we'll do stuff from the rest of the year that didn't get included, and also just some stuff just for fun. So first one is, it was announced this year that Cody Rhodes will be involved in a reboot of The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson, of all people. I'm assuming he's going to be playing the Leslie Nielsen part. But which WWE event of the 90s featured cast members from the original in a prominent angle? So we had the original Naked Gun, and they were heavily involved in one WWE event in a prominent angle. I guess Andrew's just thrown that one to you, Benno.
So sorry, what's the question? So it's another TV show or movie?
No, there was a big WWE event in the 90s,
Right.
and that involved in they had the original cast members from the Naked Gun involved in one of the angles for one of the matches on the show. I feel like I've given too much away there.
Far too much, Martin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tricky one to try and write out that. My writing's not the best at best of times. Go on then. I'll give you Matty. What was the event?
So Leslie Nielsen and George were respecting the business at SummerSlam '94, searching for Undertaker.
And Benno and Andrew.
Undertaker versus Undertaker from '94.
And B and Siino.
Yep. SummerSlam '94. Yep.
Yep. And it was Leslie Nielsen and George Kennedy searching for the real Undertaker at SummerSlam '94. I mean, poor old George Kennedy, who was in all these legendary films like Cool and Luke, The Dirty Dozen, Sons of Cain.
Deliverance as well, isn't he? Deliverance as well. Yeah.
And then here he is finishing his career doing that shit. So there'll be kids who just know him from that and maybe the Naked Gun. But anyway, moving on here. Second to last question. What critics percentage does The Rock's Christmas movie Red One currently have on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh my god!
So bang on or closest for this one?
Is that the one on the? Oh yeah, go sorry with the.
Yeah. Has anyone seen this film?
I did. I saw it twice, unfortunately.
Oh my god! Why?
Well, I saw it in theaters with my son because he wanted to watch it, and now it's already available on streaming. It's on Amazon Prime, so my niece had it on yesterday. I'm like, I guess I'm watching it again.
They put that on streaming services already.
Yeah, I mean, right in time for Christmas, I guess it makes sense being a Christmas movie, but it should have gone straight to streaming to begin with, honestly. It did not need to be in theaters.
Amazon funded it, didn't they? That's why, as well. Because I think they were going to put it straight on Amazon Prime, and they were like, obviously, Rock wanted a theatrical release.
Bro, I love the running joke that whenever the Rock movies are shit, he comes back to WWE.
Yeah.
They say that every time when his movie's bad, and then right back to the WWE.
Yeah, but I mean, what's he going to use as? Moana 2 is going to make $2 billion or whatever in it. So he's going to be like, oh yeah, sorry, WWE, I'm back in business in movies now.
They doing a live action, right?
Yeah,
Moana.
Yeah, it's coming out next year, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're certainly milking that Moana cash cow. Right, so B and Siino. So what percentage does Red One have on Rotten Tomatoes? Critics percentage.
Yeah,
we're gonna go with 30%.
Okay.
And Benno and Andrew.
Yeah, we go. It's close. It's close to 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's say 30.
Andy.
No.
Andy and Matty.
I will go 30.
Right, well, are we all doing a Brandon from New Jersey? Because that's absolutely bang on for everybody there.
I'll be honest.
I could show you the chat.
The only reason I said 30 was because when I saw it last night on Prime, it tells you the score.
And right.
Andy, you put that in ages ago before I even
Yeah.
We were between 30 and 50. We couldn't decide which.
That's scary. That's too scary, that.
I know. Wow.
Spirit of Brandon getting into it.
Yeah. Right, so final question here, and this is just one for fun, not mainly due. It's not anything really to do with well, I suppose it is a bit to do with 2024. If you were to total up every WWE heavyweight champion since the start of January the 1st, 2000, so the start of the millennium, who would come first alphabetically? So this is WWE heavyweight champion, and this is out of all the people to hold it, who comes out first alphabetically?
Every version of the world title.
Yeah, so this is the one Cody's currently got, the one that's been around for decades.
The WWE champion.
What's it called currently? The one Cody's got, the one that Hogan, the Winged Eagle, that one,
Yeah. Okay. It's 2000.
Hold on, can you say that again?
So if you were to total up everyone who's held the WWE Heavyweight Championship since the start of January the 1st, 2000, who would come first alphabetically?
Andy.
Yeah.
We going with that. Okay, lock that in, but then think of something. Just think though, okay?
Alphabetically, that sounds. I think it's a trick question, so I would agree with that.
I actually, I had the radio on at work today, and Vernon Kay was asking a question on radio too. That was something about name someone alphabetically from 80s pop or whatever, and I went, "Oh, I'll steal that for the quiz tonight." Nice one. So yeah, alphabetically. Cody's fetched a Winged Eagle back, hasn't he?
Yeah, Kevin Owens has robbed it.
Right. Only watch the pay-per-views. Right, go on then. Oggy and Matty. Who comes first alphabetically?
It is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
And
We think.
Benno and Andrew.
Yeah. If you're
Hold
all
on,
right with me going with that.
So the belt you referring to, you talking about the WWE Championship, not the World Heavyweight Championship?
Yeah,
right?
the one Cody's currently got, the one that like Hogan and them had in the 80s.
That's
and
the main
the
championship.
main one, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on these two because it's more sort of the lettering, because he said like alphabetically, and
Yeah, first it's your first name. First names.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say, Benno? Like,
I get what you mean. Yeah.
But I do think it's one of these two. Like, but the reason I say the second one is because that letter is before the first person's like second initial. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's why I'm kind of thinking that. And they both won this championship that Martin's talking about.
Yeah. Oh,
but see, I don't even know if Martin want to bring this motherfucker up on this episode. He's an asshole. But he might.
I'll go with you, Andrew. You pick one of the two. I'm not sure now.
Oh.
See, man, this might be our fate right here, Benno.
Come on, I'm gonna have to push you for time, guys.
Come on, guys.
I was there for the AJ one, and that's why I think it's him.
I was there as well.
Yeah.
You want to go there, Benno?
I think so.
Okay,
yeah, if it turns out to be the other one, I'll take the blame. I'll fall on the sword.
Let's go, AJ.
Okay.
And B and C now.
Yeah, only two we can think of were Del Rio and AJ Styles, and it has to be AJ Styles. J before L, right? So AJ Styles.
Yep.
Hello, ABC.
Not to blow your spot in. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that, but
I wasn't gonna say it until you said Alberto 3.
No, because sometimes you put like the actual name before the initials, so I don't know.
It could be AJ.
I wasn't even sure myself.
Yep, points all around there. It was AJ Styles.
Get in.
I had to double check that a sec because I had I originally had Big E down, but yeah, it was AJ.
Hey, bro, I forgot my fucking alphabet.
I knew Alberto, and I was thinking, who else has won the title? Yeah, I was trying to.
Well, I was thinking, were you kind of saying Alan Jones Styles, like we were saying before, like we were getting that deep with it?
Hey, bro, I was so sure telling Benno when I was in our section. I was like, bro, fucking L was before J. Benno was like, huh?
I do remember that SmackDown though, yeah, because that's when he beats Jinder, doesn't he? It was around the time John and Way were launching Post. Remember that when it was that week, wasn't it? That was the week.
Because they were facing Brock, weren't it? Brock at the Survivor Series, and they needed a proper wrestler instead of Jinder.
Right then, that's the end of the quiz. So just stick the points in the adjudication, and here we go. In third place, in bronze, getting a bronze medal.
We'll be fair.
It's Oggy and Matty with 38 points. Well done, guys. Good effort. 38 points.
Right. Terrible start, but we done all right near the end.
Yep. And then in second place, silver medal between these two. Build up a bit of tension. Is B.Detroit and Siino. So congratulations, Benno and Andrew. You are the winners. First place with 42 points.
Thank you, AJ Styles. Thank you, the alphabet.
I'm so happy you guys didn't lose based on an alphabet question. I would have felt so bad.
I was gonna, you know.
I almost fucked it up because I forgot to fuck it up. Hey, bro, when I say I was so surefire that I was right. Benno was pausing as I was typing because I know he was probably thinking like, bro, do you know that L? Like that J goes before.
And Benno even said at one point, "Let's go with your answer." I was like,
"Yeah, he did, yeah." I was like, please go with that answer, please go.
The other close one was the Undertaker versus Undertaker SummerSlam '94 because I was struggling with that. It was actually Andrew that gave us the clue for that one.
This old Undertaker DVD, this little 3 cassette thing where they like documented his late '90s run, and I used to watch that shit on repeat all the fucking time. So that came, you said TV show, and they talked about that shit for like 20 minutes in the episode. So yeah. Oh my
I
goodness.
still can't believe everyone got the fucking red one question right. 30% bang on everybody.
Benno. I mean, that sound about right because I see people shitting on it all the time. Like they be people talking shit about that movie. So
I mean, the initial ratings were like 43%. It couldn't have got any bit worse, but 30
got worse.
yeah. But that was
So
a
well
good
done,
game,
guys.
man.
Yep.
It was close.
Yeah.
Yep. Very close. Yep. Very close there. Right. So that's it for another year for the Big Fat Quiz of the Year. I don't know if he'll be back this year, next year. I was reading about 10 million issues of The Observer last week to try and think up some different questions. So
Just thinking in Dave's voice now. That's all you can hear.
Tries to use it in his language as well. So yeah, thanks so much to you. I know it's a busy time of year. Thanks guys so much for taking part in it. I really, really appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Andrew. But obviously it was really close, 38, 41 and 42. So definitely nothing to be sneezed at B, Siino, Ogden and Matty. So but thank you so much, and obviously appreciate everyone taking the time out to join us live on the stream, or if you're listening to this as a podcast or rewatching on YouTube. So guys, let's go around the horn here, and Siino and B, what plugs have you guys got before we head out of here?
B, you can go ahead. Tell us what Up Though was about.
Oh man, if you haven't listened to What Up Though, check us out. It's the best place on Post Wrestling or Poisonrana, I'm sorry, to check out for your hip hop and your pop culture news. You can follow me at Cool Game Big B on Instagram, Siino.
Yep, Siino Evil, CNOEVIL. He already mentioned What Up Though, so another Poisonrana podcast, Shot in the Dark, every Thursday, 15 minutes or less, talking about all the favorite promotions that you heard about today, like MLW and NWA and Women of Wrestling. And also, quick shout out to ChopTees.com. Beautiful merchandise like the Eagles on Hunt shirts, as well as these Poisonrana jackets. And
yeah,
there we go. Grappl, pretty much, yeah. Anything you need, you know where to go. Chop-tees.com.
Indeed. Have you guys not got a show this Christmas then?
We are. We actually were just discussing. So since everybody's doing a Christmas show, we're going to do it in between Christmas and New Year's and do more of like a year in review show for 2024. Talk about our favorite movies, music, video games of the last year.
Excellent. One of my favorite podcasts out there. Keep up the great work, guys.
Thank you,
thanks
Martin.
for being part of the show. And here we are. So Matty and Benno, do you want to do the plugs together or separately, or what have we got
Benno's
coming
the
up over
king.
Christmas?
He's the king.
Yeah, so follow Benno and Hamflet on YouTube. Also available everywhere podcasts are sold. Spotify. We need the follows on that. Come on, Matty, help me out. You can find my In Your House Retro podcast over there. But of course, you can find me and Matty together, often arguing, including this week about Saturday night's main event and adverts over at Grappl. So it's Grappl, no E, everywhere podcasts are sold, and YouTube too.
Excellent, great stuff. Yeah, always great stuff over there. Yeah, and good luck with the new podcast. And Andrew, what we got going on this Christmas, mate? Any interviews coming up? What's been going off at Post Towers for you?
You check my written work out over at postwrestling.com. Video and audio interviews and Andrew Thompson interviews. Probably gonna have some more Stardom interviews in early 2025. And Brandon said thank you to our Kings of the Mountain. But yeah, probably gonna have some more Stardom interviews and written Stardom interviews in 2025. Looking forward to that. You can follow
Let's
me
go.
on Instagram and Twitter at Eddie Thompson __.
Sorry, laughing at the chat.
No, you good.
Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah, mate. Go for it, Andrew. I mean, big interviews you've got coming up. Yeah, I mean, great one you already did with Stone. So great that you've got in there. And yeah, fantastic work. Keep it up, mate.
Appreciate you, bro.
Onwards and upwards. And Andy, Graps and Claps.
Yes, so you can follow my podcast Graps on Twitter at GCP Podcast 1. Tend to still do live show reviews on there. Also have the series with Matty, Shite, Muck.
Yeah.
He's returning to Shite next year.
Back to the original stuff in
Back to the original stuff. Always have a good time doing that. And also the other podcast I'm on, which is the FWA pod, Nothing and Like It, chronicling the FWA, a Brit Rest promotion in 2002, the world of Alex Shane. Do that sort of every month with Kieran Lafort and Eddie Sideburns. Our recent episode just had an interview with Dean Ayas, who was a prevalent manager of that promotion. Go and follow that at FWA Pod.
Yeah, fantastic pod. Always enjoy that one and the other series as you've done. But wasn't Matthew Gregg saying that was his like favorite podcast today, weren't he?
Yeah. He put that on Blue Sky to boosting our numbers. So no, it's nice to hear all the feedback we've had about the show. Some interesting characters in that era.
Excellent. Well done, mate. Right. Thank you, everyone. Hope everyone has a great holiday period. Tons of stuff on.
Great hosting,
cheers,
as
mate.
always.
Yeah, shout out to Martin, man.
Cheers, Martin.
Best in the business.
Cheers, guys. Tons of stuff on Poisonrana this month on the Patreon. Movies, reviews, galore, all for £5 a month. Free stuff. There's a big Poisonrana Christmas party coming up this Sunday. Obviously, the reunion between me and Andrew, the OG Bushby and Thompson Wrestling Adventure. That was a fantastic show. And obviously, Eagles don't hunt flies. And make sure you check out tons of fun games coming up this Sunday, the Christmas party and everything. Subscribe on YouTube. Also, wherever you get your pods. Check out all our merch. Check out everyone else's merch on Chop Tees. And thanks everyone for listening. And we will catch you next time.
Bye.